Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. We are going live in 5 minutes. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3.
Wampus Cat football is on the air. The 2024 Atoka Wampus Cats are presented by AmeriState Bank. The Atoka Wampus Cats are sponsored by Brown's Funeral Service, Farmers Insurance Agent Lucinda Holland, Logan & Sons, and Shamrock Bank. The 2024 Wampus Cats are brought to you by Westside Dentistry, the Studeville family of dealers, and First Bank. The Wampus Cats are sponsored in part by D&H Wholesale Tires, Genesis Abstract, and Ritter Express Pharmacy. Also helping to bring you the Wampus Cats, the RX Shop, H&L Custom Processing, and the Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. And now let's head to the field for your Atoka Wampus Cats.
Welcome in. We are live on KHKC 102.1 FM. This is The Brand, and it is homecoming in Atoka today. We've got all the festivities. It has been a long week, and it has been one to remember for a lot of the high school kids this season, and not only just the high school kids, but the alumni this year. As today's video presentation is brought to you by AmeriState Bank, and we want to welcome you into another edition of high school football on KHKC 102.1 FM. I'm Michael Gabbard. Alongside me, Kaylin Nagorski, and we have got an exciting game. It's the start of districts, and not to mention, this is one that Atoka should at least win tonight.
Yeah, we're looking to start districts off 1-0, and I know that the Atoka Wampus Cats are eager to get their first win. So we're welcoming our opponent, the Wilburton Diggers, to town tonight, and looking forward to a strong ball game.
Atoka taking on Wilburton in tonight's game. It is homecoming. Beautiful weather. The sky is clear, not hardly a single cloud, that is, and the temperature just right for Friday night lights. And we've got a lot more to come here in the pregame show. We're going to go ahead and take a break. As we go into the break, we're going to hear from Coach Cupp and some of the needs and expectations heading into tonight's game on KHKC. But I want to remind you that your pregame show today is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. More coming up. We'll be right back.
Wampus Cat football.
Her parents are Brandon and Samantha Stiles. She is involved in cheer, y'all, BPA, esports.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Cup started district play. How are we feeling?
Hell, I think we got some guys healthy. We're ready to get out there. Like they say, everybody's 0-0 right now. So we need to go out there. We need to play hard and take care of business and get us a win.
Listening to LJ talk on the podcast this week, he talked about, how you guys stay consistent after, let's say, 3 losses against 3 very tough opponents. How do you keep everybody else's mindset where it needs to be, even though technically this is what we call week 0?
The biggest thing is, you gotta stay, close to our goals. Our goals, are to get better each week and every day, and ultimately get good and get to where we're in the spot to get in the playoffs and go make a run. And those first 3 games, they're important. We want to win them, of course, but they're in the bigger picture. They don't help us towards the playoffs. They're helping us get better, and they're there to get us better, so when we get to districts, we're ready to go. So,
through 3 games, where do you think your strengths show at this moment in time?
Well, the biggest thing is playing those tough teams like that. A lot of it, it shows, like I told you, it shows all those mistakes that we made that we need to get fixed. And I don't think, here's the deal. I was talking to the coaches yesterday about this. If we went out there and played some other teams that it might have, not so good teams, and went in there and got a win, and whatever it may be. we might not have found some of the things that we needed to find out. Like we realized we need to make some changes in some spots and move some people around. We might not have found that out till districts, and that's not a good thing. So we're glad we found those things out now, so we can make those moves and get people in the right spots and be able to make a run at it.
It's better to be 0-3 and know where your team stands and where it's at, opposed to being 3-0 and not knowing what's going on in district play.
That's exactly right, because we've had that same thing happen when I first got here. When we came out, I think we went 2-1 in districts my second year here, and there were some changes that needed to be made that we didn't find out till when we got to districts. And I think when we played Eufaula, which was like week 5, I think it was, and there were some things that we needed to get fixed, and we didn't know we needed to fix them at the time. Kind of one of those deals. So,
I know we're playing Wilburton this week, but I do want to talk a little bit about the district as a whole. Some really good teams in the district. Guys like Vian,
right,
that is going to be good. Are going to be tough. Is there anybody else in the district that you look at and you say that's going to be a tough game?
Yeah. Just listen. We'll talk about Wilburton this week. Wilburton, they got some great defensive linemen that'll they'll attack and get up the field. They got a couple of speedsters that we got to watch out for. Then you got Morris. I just got some film on them. I don't know much about it, so I haven't got a chance to watch it because I'm kind of superstitious. I don't like to watch too much film on another team when we're going for playing another team.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because it messes me up in my head. I'm not smart enough to keep it all straight. But I know Morris. Last year they had a good season. They beat Beggs. I know Beggs year in year out pretty decent. Then we got Vian, and they're always tough. I've seen some bits and pieces of them. They got a really good tailback, and and he plays offense and defense, and they got a lot of other good players. There's a reason they're beating a lot of good teams right now. And then I think after that's Spyro, and talking to some coaches, I've heard that they got a couple of athletes here and there, and they're gonna do what they do. They've always been kind of athletic and kind of do those types of things like that. And then you got I think it's Valiant, and then it's a fall break game. That's it's a short week.
Those are tough.
And then so a short week, and you're playing a decent team. I've heard their defense is pretty good, and they got a couple of Division I athletes that have been around forever. And those we'll have to be worried about stopping those guys, and so they got a chance, to do what they need to do. And then you got Antlers after that. Everybody knows Antlers. They're going to line up in that wishbone. They're going to run right at you, and it's going to be tough. You got to make every possession on offense count, because you might not get the ball back with what they do. So, and then after that, I think we got Henrietta, and after Henrietta, and like I said, I haven't seen them, but everything I've heard is they're very physical, and they play hard, and they got a pretty good quarterback supposedly, and they're looking pretty tough. So that's from what I'm hearing. So,
homecoming this week, districts start homecoming. Wilburton, a team that you on paper should beat. I think 22 straight losses Wilburton has taken, something like that. Is that correct?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
All I know is we play them this week, and we better show up and play, because
that's right.
That's all I know.
How do you keep everybody focused during all the homecoming festivities? You've got the floats that are being built. They still have to maintain practice. You've got homework they're doing.
Well, it was pretty simple. I told them at the beginning of the week, I said, I think the way we do homecoming is great and everything, and everybody, we do we do a lot of things that are great for the community and all that, but the biggest thing is we got to stay focused on what we're supposed to do. We got to make sure we show up and give all these fans a good showing and all those little things like that, and stay focused on what we've been working for. So,
what do we know about Wilburton right now?
Well, what I know is like I said, their defensive line up front, they're going to come off the ball, and they're going to, kind of penetrate and get up the field on us a little bit. And then, like I said, they got a couple of speedsters on offense. I know I talked to their coach. He said they lost their quarterback and their center week 1 first series, but they got a freshman playing there, and he can throw it a little bit, and they got a couple of guys that can catch it, and a guy in the backfield that can run it. So they're They can play a little bit. We just got to show up and make sure we get after them.
Last week, defensively, played a really good offensive team, and Lindsay actually kind of surprised me in a sense of how well they played defensively. What kind of changes do you have to make defensively here against a team like Wilburton?
well, yeah, Lindsay turned. I mean, they're always good, and I kind of thought that they graduated some guys. They might be a little taking a step back a little bit, but no, they didn't. They were. And if you look at who they've played and what those teams who they have beat, I mean, they've played some pretty good teams, and those teams have beat some pretty good teams. So, and here's the deal. And they sure enough, they showed up and they came ready to play, and they did some great things. And again, like I told you, they showed us what we need to work on, and that's what we've been doing this week. So, but like for us on defense, our biggest thing is we got to get that edge. Our edge is taken care of a little bit. I mean, we gave the edge quite a few times there that probably shouldn't have happened, but that's what we're working. That's why we do that. So we see what we got to get fixed. So we got those fixed hopefully, and those things won't be an issue anymore. And hopefully we got everything squared away for this week.
You talked about the edge play defensively. Yeah, Lindsay did get a lot of edge plays on you guys last week. Do you think that's something that Wilburton will see on tape and say that's where we need to attack?
That's what I would do. but yeah, that's definitely what I would go attack. But here's the deal. Like I said, I think we got it fixed. And we got some good players there. We just got some. Like I said, it was going against a good team. They did a good job of blocking, and that kind of made it a little tougher, because they're not. Like I said, they're not bad. And here's the deal. We didn't. By the second half, we kind of had it fixed a little bit. And then in the secondary, or we kind of got to biggest thing is when we go to tackle, we got to break down a little bit better. But and my biggest thing is like as a coach, I mean, I feel like we didn't have them ready to play like we probably needed to, and so the loss is on me. But I think we got some of that stuff squared away this week, and we're going to hopefully come out, like I said, get after them.
Offensively, it was a better game that we've had in a couple of games. Mm-hmm. Peyton Pugh did a great job. LJ Lefevre, big play. A lot of guys made plays in multiple different areas. Kind of struggled a little bit there in the late part of the game running the football.
Well, a lot of that, I mean, because I feel like Colgate did a good job of, getting after us up front and kind of moving around. So we spent a lot of time last week, just talking about our rules on how we're going to do things and this and that. I thought our guys up front still made a few mistakes, but I feel like up front on the offensive line, we did a much better job of talking it out and blocking and in the right spot and doing communicating and doing what the scheme tells us to do or whatever it may be. And I feel like that's how we were able to move the ball, running the ball a little bit better, and then of course throwing the ball. I mean, we just made some plays, and that's kind of how that goes. So,
listen, I know you're the football coach, but do you have a pick for homecoming king queen this year?
I do not. I don't know. I hear bits and pieces. I'm kind of in my shell. I mean, they don't tell me much. So I do know there's people running for it. So I do know that, but I'm not really for sure who goes with who. So I'm kind of, like I said, kind of in my own little world at times. So
I think on that podcast that LJ Lefevre and Peyton Pugh both are running for it. They were kind of talking smack to each other.
Well, maybe they can go out there and wrestle for it.
Okay, so homecoming this week, and then next week, we've got some tough games too. But offensively, scheme wise, probably not going to switch up a whole lot. You guys have been throwing the ball a lot more than I've ever seen in a Coach Cup era. What kind of plays into that?
It's kind of what the defense is giving us a little bit. We're going to run the ball, and we're going to run the ball, and that's going to open all that up. And that's kind of probably how it's kind of been opening up a little bit more as time goes on. That's the best. I mean, the passing game's best friend is the running game. So we're going to run the ball and keep doing what we're doing, and it's going to kind of open that up more and more as time goes. And like I said, we got some good guys out there to throw to, as you can tell. So we got guys that can run the ball too. So we got guys everywhere that can help us out. We just got to find ways to get them the ball.
Injury report doesn't look like anybody is injured this week. JD back.
Yep.
And are we going to try to ease any of these guys in, or are we just going full out 100% from the start?
We're going.
Just going.
Yep, we're gonna go.
What is it like having a guy like JD back there, blocking for a running back? Even though I feel like Richardson did a great job the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, him and Tristan Coben both. I mean, you know, they both do a great job of blocking, and then like you said, not Tristan, but Tegan running the ball.
Tegan, yeah, I'm sorry.
He's quick as a little cat. I mean, he can see those cuts and get in and get out of there, and so we got a plethora of guys back there that we can that help us out that fullback spot. So they're good to have.
What is the matchup, offensive line versus defensive line, going to look like? Is there more size on one side of the ball versus the other?
Well, usually I'd say we're always the smaller guys because that's just usually how it goes, and we're usually the quicker ones. But I think in this game, I think we're probably pretty even. I would say maybe we might have a little bit of size here and there, the spots maybe, but I mean, I didn't get a heights and weights roster, so it's hard to tell. But I think we might have the edge on the size there a little bit, maybe.
And last question: is there anything that you think you guys will do very well against Wilburton?
Well, I want to run the ball well. I think if we come out and get after it like we should, I think we can hopefully move the ball running it, and then that's what I'd like to see. I want to see the past 3 games, the mistakes we made fixed, and I want to come out and get after them. And on defense, I want to play hard the entire game till whatever happens, and we'll see how it goes.
Actually, I did have one more question.
Yeah.
So far through 3 games, are there any, the younger guys that have really stood out to you that are going to get more significant playing time than maybe they did the first couple of games?
Like I told you, every week I feel like we're incorporating more and more. They're getting a taste of it on special teams, and as time goes on, I think they're going to keep getting better and better. And by the end of the season, there'll be several of them that'll be helping us out. So.
Thank you, Coach.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Find your summer adventure and bring along everyone you love. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Welcome back in as we're getting ready to announce the homecoming king and queen at the current moment. So let's turn up and hear who it is.
2024 Disney, Peyton Pugh and Davey Grimsley.
You see Peyton, he's running off without his date down there. Peyton Pugh and Lady, they are your homecoming king and queen this season for the Atoka High School. So congratulations to them.
Yes, congratulations to them.
What a fine young man, too, man. He is such a good kid. All right, let's talk a little bit about the football game that's coming up. We've got Wilburton, and this is a game that we're going to be looking forward to in regards to what Atoka can do offensively and defensively, see if they can kind of correct some of those woes that they had last week.
Yeah, so listen to what Coach Cupp had to say on this week's high school football preview with Wilburton, is that he was impressed with the offensive line and the way that they protected Peyton and gave their backfield a chance to gain some positive yards on offense. Not going to give away all the secrets, but he was impressed with what the kids did last week and are looking forward to another good football game tonight.
Current kickoff time is 7 o'clock it's set for. I'm sure we're going to start a little bit late. Peyton Pugh, how do you pronounce that? Davy Grimsley? Okay, Davy Grimsley. Oh, okay, that's the Grimsley's daughter. Awesome. All right, well, congratulations to those two. Let's take a look at our not our starters, but our Atoka Wampus Cats football team real quick.
Let's do it.
Zero, Austin Jackson, defensive end, junior.
Number 1, Timothy Wingo, kicker, sophomore.
Number 2, Prince Coleman, wide receiver, senior.
Number 3, Adam Middleton, strong safety, senior.
Number 4, Michael Miller, linebacker, freshman.
Number 5, Javen Keaton, corner, sophomore.
Number 6, Chieftain Camp, wide receiver, freshman.
Number 7, Wade McCall, linebacker, junior.
Number 8, Peyton Henson, running back, freshman.
Number 9, Kaiser Mullins, free safety, junior.
Number 10, Ezekiel Brooks, running back, sophomore.
Number 11, Zachary Jim, strong safety, sophomore.
Number 13, Luke Morris, junior, kicker.
Number 15, Peyton Pugh, quarterback, senior.
Number 18, Nathaniel Eve, strong safety, freshman.
Number 19, Malachi Brooks, wide receiver, junior.
Number 20, Case Shores, defensive end, junior.
Number 23, LJ Lefevre, wide receiver, senior. Number 24, JD Bland, running back, senior.
Number 25, Tatum Floyd, quarterback, sophomore.
Number 26, Landon Floyd, cornerback, junior.
28, Roslyn Hembest, receiver, senior.
32, Axton Tapley, D-end, sophomore.
33, Roper Rector, linebacker, freshman.
Number 35, Tristan Coben, linebacker, senior.
42, Joshua Morris, tight end, sophomore.
44, Keaton Rector, linebacker, sophomore.
45, Tegan Richardson, fullback, junior. 51, Lucas Johnson, O-line, freshman.
52, Jimmy Villers, O-line, sophomore.
60, Tylen Rector, O-line, senior.
61, Hector Jackson, offensive line, senior.
62, Chris Finley, left tackle, sophomore.
63, Dylan Clark, center, senior.
69, Emmanuel Love, nose guard, sophomore.
71, Sidarian Washington, defensive tackle, junior.
72, Thomas Pacheco, offensive tackle, junior.
73, Hayden Cooper, offensive tackle, senior. 75, Parker Beck, nose guard, freshman.
81, Axel Figueroa, wide receiver, freshman.
85, Tregan Ridgeway, tight end, sophomore.
Number 88, Robert Ingram, defensive end, senior.
89, Andres Garcia, defensive tackle, sophomore.
All right, that is a look at our Atoka Wampus Cats, and we've got the national anthem on now. All right, we are just about ready for kickoff here. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of district play, and let's take a look at districts right now. We've got some really good team competition in the district, but this is game one of the district. Wipe away those 3 losses. It's game one of the season. You've got Vian, Valiant, Henrietta, Morris, Wilburton, Antlers, and Spiro. A couple of those teams are going to be really tough. Wilburton, one that you should win, but Kalen, tell me your thoughts once again.
Well, this is why we show up and play the game. It's a clean slate, and it's anybody's ball game. We're hoping that the Atoka Wampus Cats come out and are hungry to get that first W here on homecoming night. And I think some of the key things to take away, right here at the beginning is, the offensive line is going to continue to have to show up and protect their quarterback, Peyton Pugh, and give their running backs a chance to gain some positive yards on offense. Now, going out to their wide receivers core, and Prince Coleman has been a key asset on this football team so far this season coming into tonight's game. And we're anxious to see that the offensive line can still protect Peyton and let the connection between Peyton and Prince take place and try and put some points on the board.
Yeah, I agree. And again, it's one of those things where the offense was really, really kicking last week. The problem was that Lindsay came out and probably played their best game of the season. And to be honest with you, I don't think it had anything to do with a lot of what Atoka was doing defensively. I think it was what Lindsay was doing offensively that really deterred the defense last week. Now, okay, listen, hear me out. Hear me out. They gave up a lot of points. It was a little bit of the defensive woes. But Lindsay had such a good scheme going into that game that it was hard for Atoka to really get caught up defensively once they got behind. So if they can keep from doing that this week against a team who isn't at the same caliber as Lindsay from a week ago or maybe Colgate, Atoka will do just fine in this game in regards to scoring points, but defensively, if they can hold them to a couple of stops, their offense is built to keep the lead.
Yeah. I mean, we're not worried about the past. The past is in the past. It's done. It's over. We're moving on. But regardless of the points that were given up last week, I still think that Atoka's offense has got several weapons, and everything that I've seen coming into tonight, I think that their defense is superb. Now, there's always room for improvement. They're always looking to improve, never satisfied, just staying basic. They want to turn it up a little bit each week, and that's what we are hoping for tonight are some big defensive stops by the Atoka Wampus Cats to get the win against the Wilburton Diggers.
Listen, they lost to Hartshorn 3-0. They're a very good football team. And Panama, a team that is 2-1 on the year, so they're a pretty decent team so far. And then Gore, who is also 2-1. So the competition that Wilburton has played this year so far has a winning record, just like Atoka. They're both 0-3 coming in. And if I want to remember correctly, Wilburton is on a 22-game losing streak right now. So that's the question at hand. Is this one of those games that Wilburton marks on their schedule and says, we can beat this team, they're 0-3, and come out with a little bit more, I guess, high octane, if you will, versus maybe some of the opponents that they go into and say, we're just going to get our tails beat in on that one.
Yeah, I really try to remain non-biased because I feel that that's just the professional thing to do. But I was told years ago, and you and I were Atoka alumni, I was told years ago that they pick you for a reason at homecoming, and that reason is to get the win. They think you're weak.
Yeah.
So it seems it's remained to be seen yet tonight. So we're going to let the chips lay where they fall. And
you say that, by the way, and that's funny too, because when you get beat at homecoming, it's it's kind of one of those things like, what?
Yeah, no, it does happen. It happened to me. It's happened to several other players.
Here come the Wampus Cats out onto the field. That means we are less than a minute away from game time. Michael Gabbard, Kaylin Nagorski. Again, your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. And we have got a great game lined up for you here. Video presentation brought to you by AmeriState Bank. It's very easy to find the video if you're listening to KHKC 102.1 FM. All you have to do is go to YouTube, either from your TV at home or your cell phone, tablet, whatever it may be, and just search Wampus Cats with an S, Wampus Cats Atoka, all one word, on YouTube, and you can find this game streaming live today. We've got a great matchup, 0-3 Wilburton versus 0-3 Atoka. And again, Atoka looking for their first win, and it is the start of the season. Technically, it's district play. Atoka will set to kick the ball off here tonight, and Wilburton set to receive.
And the Wilburton Diggers.
Setting to kick the football off is Timothy Wingo. And the kick is low, caught at the 18-yard line. They're going to push up to about the 30 and down at about the 45.
Kicker is returned by Floyd Clark for the Wilburton Diggers.
First down and 10 to start the ball game.
District play, man. What do you think? What do you think?
What do I think? I think we're hungry for a win. We're excited. It's homecoming. A lot of festivities going on.
This defense right now is really hungry, too, for a turnover. That's what they're going to come out and try to accomplish here on this first drive. It's a handoff up the middle, kind of hits the B gap there, actually, and is taken down in the backfield.
Brings up second down.
I'm in backfield. He picked up 5 yards. Maybe we'll get somebody up there running the camera. I don't know what's going on, but camera is not being ran at the current moment. Caleb, take over for just a second.
Absolutely. So Wilburton here on offense with a handoff to number 1, again, Floyd Clark for a pickup of 5 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Diggers. Atoka eager to get this stop here on 3rd down as the Diggers come up to the line in an offset shotgun formation. Here's your snap, rolling left to a pass and caught by number 2 and hit big by number 11, Zach Jim, coming up with a big stick. And that is going to put the Diggers really close to pick up a first down, and they do. So that will be 1st and 10 for Wilburton on the 45-yard line. And as they come up to the line, quarterback under center, 1 wide receiver out to the right, and there's a fumble on the play recovered by your quarterback for the Wilburton Diggers, Troy Johnston. Appeared to be a little bit of trouble there between the center and the QB. As we await the next play for 2nd and 10. Quarterback under center. Here's the snap. It's in a handoff to number 2. He's going to bounce it outside, but he's going to be met by a couple of Wampus Cats. Appears to be number 11 and number 0, Austin Jackson, and Zach Jim. Zach Jim looking good on defense for the Atoka Wampus Cats tonight thus far.
He's a little ball player, man.
Down and long.
So it is 3rd down and 14. Shotgun formation here for Wilburton. Looking back to pass. Defense swarming, and he's caught in the backfield as Battle Brooks, the freshman, goes down. And it was a very good defensive play. Tegan Richardson on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
There's that name, Tegan Richardson. Now, that kid had a big game last week against Lindsay. They had him in the fullback position, and he picked up several rushing yards. I don't have that stat here in front of me, but played a phenomenal game last week.
So here's the punt formation by Wilburton, set back for the Wampus Cats. Oh, this one's going to be, almost looked like it was blocked and out of bounds. I think they're going to call this one out at the 41. And the Wampus Cats will take over with great field position to start district playoff.
That's where the Wampus Cats will take over first down and 10.
Aiden Pugh will be your starting quarterback.
Tonight's homecoming king.
In the backfield, you'll have Ezekiel Brooks. You'll see a lot out of Malachi Brooks, obviously, and Prince Coleman. L.J. LaFavor had a big catch last week. And Atoka's going to come out in an I formation. Handoff. Nope. Fakes the handoff. Met in the backfield, and he's downed at about the 33-yard line. So a loss, and a big loss at that, for the Wampus Cats. And they're going to start off the next play, the second play of the game, second down in what it looks like forever.
Yeah, not what you want to see from your first play out of your offense, but it may just be some jitters at the beginning of the game that we got to shake out a little bit.
Y'all need to go check that out. Get somebody soaked in the water.
8:20 remaining in the first quarter. Sweet play. Brooks in the backfield. And he cuts up for a couple of yards on the gain. But Ezekiel Brooks, not a lot to give there as they bring up third down and long.
It's going to be a long third down attempt. I'm eager to see what Coach Cup pulls out of his playbook for this next play. Obviously, we've got a long ways to go. I'm sure that he's going to be looking at his wide receivers, be coming up with the big play.
.736 still remaining here. Homecoming, man. Homecoming is one of those days that you always remember, especially as a senior, or that 10-year reunion, 20-year reunion, whenever it may be, and we've got flags on the play. Now, that's not a delay of clock. I believe they still had 4 seconds on the play clock, correct?
Yeah, I was watching Coach Cup. He looked slightly aggravated. I don't think that offensive play call came in as fast as what he wanted.
Remains third down.
Okay, so it is going to be third down and 21. Boy, that is not how you wanted to start off offensively against Wilburton.
No, it's not how you want to start off offensively at all, but here we are. We're going to make the best of it.
Went down there a few minutes ago when we were at the break. They were trying to convince me to get into the water tank down there on the football field.
I think you should.
What if I didn't have to call a game? Shotgun, 3 wide receivers set off to the left here, and Pugh is rolling out to his left at his far side of the field, and he's drugged down in the backfield by Colby Valenzuela. And that's going to bring up fourth down and forever. And so Atoka, on their first drive of districts, has to punt this one away.
Yeah, and right now Atoka's offense is getting a slow start, much slower than what we anticipated, as I'm sure is what Coach Cup anticipated. But we're going to fall back on our defense.
We're going to say it's fourth down and 30. Wow. All right, so here's the fourth down. The kick.
Takes a good Atoka bounce.
They're going to get this one down right about 2 yards past where the first down marker would have been. And the kick that time, was that Keaton Rector? I believe it was.
I'm sorry, Mike, I didn't see who was back there.
Wilburton will take over for their second offensive possession of the game. By the way, halftime, stick around. Logan and Sons halftime show Whether you're taking on large commercial landscapers or your own backyard, trust Logan & Sons with a full line of Steel, Hustler, X-Mark, and Spartan Outdoor power equipment. Follow Logan & Sons on Facebook. Tight formation here. Hand off to the running back. Cuts up, off tackle, and picks up some positive yardage and is down close to about the 48.
Running back, gain of 3 on the play. Tackle made by number 0, Austin Jackson.
Met by a swarm of Wampus Cats. Good to see as many hats on that tackle as there was.
Wilburton coming back up to the line. 5:35 remaining in the first quarter. Looking to hand off, quarterback keeper. McCall in the backfield, dragged down, loses a couple of yards. Great play there by the outstanding linebacker, Wade McCall.
Tackle made by number 7, Wade McCall in the backfield.
Yeah, he did an excellent job of reading his keys, keeping his eyes on the keeping his eyes on the quarterback as he rolled to the right.
You know, if you're Wade, you're glad to see a team with an offensive scheme like Wilburton because you've kind of been taken out of the game in regards to the last couple of weeks. And it's a sweep. Cuts upfield, close to the first down marker, out of bounds, probably about 3 yards to gain for the first down. And now you got to think, are you going to go for it here on 4th down, or are you just going to punt this one away?
Well, you're at midfield. You're still in. You've got 4th and 3 to pick up. It appears as Wilburton's going to go for it. Me personally, I don't think I would, but hey, what's a little bit of risk?
Well, they are lined up, ready to go for it. Hits the hole. Wade McCall in the backfield. Gets the knock and stops the first down attempt. What a play there by, again, one outstanding linebacker for the Wampus Cats.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see out of your linebackers is to step up, fill the gap, and come one-on-one with the ball carrier and make the tackle and prevent that first down attempt.
So Atoka will take over, 1st down and 10 with the ball spotted at the 47. Long pass down the field. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown. Wampus Cats. Was that Case Shores?
Number two, Prince Coleman.
Wow. That's a way to get your second drive started off. Not bad at all. Only 53 yards on the first play. Go back and take a look at that replay here in just a few seconds. Another touchdown pass and catch from Peyton Pugh into Prince Coleman. Those two have definitely found a spark this season. And now we're getting ready for the kick. It is up, and it is good. Let's go back and look at the play that set the offense up. This was the defensive stop by the Wampus Cats. Big play that time by Wade McCall. And let me pull this up for you. There was the big stop. And we'll get to our touchdown pass coming back from the break. KHKC 102.1 FM. We'll be back in just a second.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Well, the ball is at the 36 after the kick return. Let's take a look at that last play, shall we? Here's the touchdown pass and catch from Peyton Pugh into Prince Coleman. Beautifully drew up. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch, and Atoka goes up 7-0 as we'll get that scoreboard changed for you in just a second. But, Kalen, what do you think, man?
Well, I like to see the connection between Peyton and Prince. They always seem to hook up on a pass somewhere, somehow.
Wilburton set up in a shotgun. They're going to hand off, tries to find the hole up the middle, and picks up a couple of yards on the play. Snuff for positive yardage. Be second down and about 8. Wilburton right now still looking for their first score. They've gotten a couple of first downs there in their first drive. Stopped in their second opportunity. And another tackle in the backfield. Wade McCall getting back there again.
Wade doing
he's everywhere.
Doing a phenomenal job on defense this far tonight.
And again, we talked about that. You know, Lindsay and Colgate both threw it away from him quite a bit in those last 2 games.
Yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to touch on just real briefly. I think by reviewing film, they didn't want to run his way. I think they really felt that Wade is very skilled in that position, and they weren't going to gain any positive yards running the ball to him. They basically ran away from him.
Yep. We got a timeout. We'll be right back. It is KHKC 102.1. Our score going into the break, Atoka up 7-0 with 3:21 remaining.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
After hearing a word from some of our local sponsors, we are back 7-0. Atoka up on top of Wilburton. 3:21 remaining, first quarter of play. Wilburton on offense. It is 3rd down and 6. Looking to pass, and it is low and incomplete as battles through that one. A bit low to his wide receiver going on an out route, and that'll bring it 4th down here for this Wampus Cat defense, who has looked the part here in the first quarter so far.
Yeah, so on this on this second attempt by the Wampus Cats, they look a lot more fired up, more focused, doing a phenomenal job by keeping the Diggers at bay.
And the punt goes behind the kicker. A Wampus Cat defender falls on top of it, and great field position on special teams. That was number
Wade McCall on the recovery.
Was that Wade McCall? I felt
well,
like.
I have to disagree. I think that was Tylen Rector. Did I see that correctly? I may be wrong myself.
We'll go back and look at it. Let's go back and look at it, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let me figure out where it's at. Hold on. I saw Austin Jackson in there. And number 60.
Tylen Rector.
Yep, he was right.
Doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while.
Handoff. Ezekiel gets caught in the backfield for a loss. Brooks trying to get him going.
Glad to see JD back tonight.
Yeah, it is good to have him, especially when you saw him being carted off in the Colgate game. You thought the absolute worst. And, 2 games later, he's back on the field. Tough kid. Glad to see that he is all right and back into the swing of things and playing football. I formation once again. The ball is placed right down the middle of the field. They're looking to pass. Caught. No, it's in and off the hands of the intended wide receiver for L.J. LaFavors, who just can't hang on to it. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. 2:29 remaining in the first quarter. Eventually they'll get these lights up and working. It seems like the lights are really, really low tonight.
Perhaps they made some adjustments that we weren't aware about.
Wilburton with 2 timeouts. Atoka with 3. 3rd down. Play. Hands it off. Up the middle. Does not pick up the first down. J.D. Bland. Technically, I guess his first carry of the game.
Yes, sir. They've got J.D. in the fullback position tonight. I'm so used to seeing him back there at tailback.
By the way, a great crowd here tonight for especially the open of district. It's homecoming, so a lot more, alumni in the area. Wilburton showed up pretty well on their side of the field as well, so good for them. Looking to pass, right side of the field, and it is almost intercepted in the end zone by number 8, Troy Johnston, the junior.
Wampus Cats will turn the ball over on downs. 1st down, Wilburton.
Man, you really like to see the Wampus Cats come away with the score after recovering that fumbled punt by Wilburton, but unable to do so at this time.
Yeah, you'd like to see, especially on the last offensive possession, scoring on one play, 53 yards.
You betcha.
So. So we've got shotgun. Handoff. Goes off tackle. Wade McCall gets the tackle. We got flags on the field, though.
I think that one's going to be coming back, Mike. That looked like offensive holding. Let's see what tonight's referee has to say about that. As we await the call. And that is going to be a face mask against the Wampus Cats, which is going to give Wilburton an automatic 1st down. So the ball was placed at the 32-yard line after the penalty down on the field. Again, 1st and 10 for Wilburton. 1:38 in the first quarter here at Atoka Wampus Cat Stadium. Atoka up 7-0. As Wilburton comes to the line in a shotgun formation. And that is going to be another penalty down on the field, as it will be a false start against Wilburton. So as they gain a little bit of yardage, one mistake is going to put them right back where they were.
So we got 1:38 remaining here in the first. Yeah, that looks really good right there. That's why.
Always want to give credit to the crew that's helping us on the AV team. They do a phenomenal job.
Well, if you're wondering why I'm in and out, it's because we're trying to get the cameras straight. For some reason, they are not.
Well, that's okay. It could be an equipment malfunction.
Yeah.
So as Wilburton takes off on their 1st down possession after the penalty down on the field. they are still going to be quite a few yards away from that first down, as it is now second and what appears to be 13. The Wampus Cat defense doing a great job thus far here in the first quarter, as they make a few adjustments as Wilburton comes back up to the line in shotgun formation. And 2 wide receivers out to the left. Here's a snap. It's a high snap, and it is fumbled, and it is recovered
And the snap goes over the
by
quarterback's
Wilburton
head, recovered at the 15-yard
by
line.
number 2, Jason Wilkett, the junior.
And that's going to be a 3rd down and long.
And that's going to put Wilburton buried deep in their own backfield with 3rd and a mile. So here comes Wilburton back up to the line. 2 wide receivers out to the left, shotgun formation. Here's your snap, and the quarterback looking deep down the left of the field as the ball is tipped, and it is caught and intercepted by number 7, Wade McCall, as he's going to run that back down to the Wilburton 15-yard line.
That play brings us to the end of the first quarter. Your score, Wilburton.
And that is the end of the first. We'll be back here in just a moment. When we come back, the Wampus Cats will have the football when we return here on KHKC 102.1 FM.
My name is Judy Wheeler. I had a tooth pulled, and I didn't realize how valuable that tooth was till I couldn't chew on that side anymore. And Dr. Holcomb pulled that tooth for me, and then a short time later, I came back to work with the lady on the financing. There was no stress, there was no pressure, there was no anything. It's just, this is what's available, and y'all can work it out the way that works for you. And we were able to work out a plan that everything just went like clockwork. Now I can chew again on that side.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Welcome back into the Ion Sports Network. It is KHKC 102.1 FM, and your video presentation is brought to you by AmeriState Bank. On the go and informed, that's banking with AmeriState Bank's mobile app, ASB everywhere. Download for free or on your iPhone or Android device. You can watch this game live from YouTube at Wampus Cats Atoka. Our score coming into the second quarter of play is 7-0 as Atoka is on top.
Yeah, after that tipped interception, Wade McCall coming up with the football.
Looking to run, handoff, gets down to about the 1 yard line. And that was J.D. Bland. And again, that's a guy that you are excited to get back because he has a lot of power there in that fullback spot.
Yeah, I love watching this kid run the football, because he runs with his head down and his feet keep turning and he never stops.
Keeps a turning.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Oh, man. Kaylin and I have way too much fun here in the booth. JD, the lone backman, they're going to hand it off to him. Runs it in for the score. JD Bland. Big run. 2-yard touchdown, and the Wampus Cats put on another score.
Boy, how was that for a returning start by number 24, J.D. Bland?
Yeah, comes back after an injury, 2 weeks off, scores the second touchdown of the game. Not bad at all, is it?
Yeah, it looks healthy.
And I think Atoka might actually be – are they going for it here? No, they are not going for it. It is going to be Luke Morris there kicking the football off for the extra point. Here's the snap. The kick is up. And it's good. 14-0. Atoka takes a nice jump into the second quarter as we've got 11:25 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back. This is, again, KHKC 1021 FM, The Brand.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
H&L Custom Processing is proud to support the Atoka Wampus Cats. A family-owned business by Gary and Charity Hensley, H&L offers custom processing of wild game as well as local livestock. H&L is USDA certified and makes it a goal to provide excellent service, cleanliness, and up-to-date processing services in their state-of-the-art facility. With immediate openings for beef and pork processing, H&L is here to help get your team ready for tailgating or backyard cookouts this season. Stop by and check out their facility in Colgate or call 580-258-0263 for more information.
Welcome back in. Kickoff return. Good yardage here for Wilburton. They get great field position as we come back. 11-16 still remaining in the first half. 14-0 is the score with Atoka leading the way at home. It is homecoming. Beautiful night for football as well. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski on the broadcast with you tonight, or shall I call him the Polish God of Thunder? Isn't that what I called you on the very first broadcast?
I prefer your Nagasty, but
oh my gosh. Shotgun here for Wilburton as they're looking to run, handoff, and stuck in the backfield. Bounces off one tackle, picks up positive yardages and down. Good run that time by Jason Wilkett. Jason Wilkett coming. He's a junior for Wilburton.
Brings up 2nd down and 4.
You know, the way that Wade McCall is playing tonight in that linebacker spot, it makes me have to believe that there could potentially be a scout hiding somewhere in this stadium because this kid is on fire.
Know there is. You know there is. 22 tackles in his first game of the season. Has been outstanding for 2 years. Rolling out left side, far side of the field, past the first down marker, and a good run that time by the Wilburton's Wilkett.
Number 23, L.J. Lefevre. Number 35, Tristan Coben.
You heard L.J. Lefevre and Coben into the tackle. 10:32 remaining. Are they going to call this first? Yeah, they called it first down.
Yes, sir.
So here's first down and 10 as Wilburton is on Atoka's side of the field. Started off with really good field position. Flags all over the place. I think this one's going to go against the offense.
Start against Wilburton. That'll be a 5-yard
Yes, sir, you are correct.
And it remains first down.
We're going to back them up 5 and try again. Atoka making some defensive adjustments as they shuffle in some guys, give some of those other boys out on the field a breather or two.
Wilburton coming up to the line, first down and 15. Battle Brooks, your quarterback, screen play, far side of the field, cuts it up to about where the drive, I guess, initially started, the down started.
Tackles made by number 5, Jaden Keaton.
Gets it up to about the 37.
Atoka doing a good job tonight by shuffling out personnel and trying to give everybody some reps and also, just a little bit of breathing room.
Here's the snap. And Wilburton, I don't think they knew where they were going with the football. And Atoka's in the backfield swarming. And a big down that time, loss of yardage.
Running back on the outside, tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Number 89, Andres Garcia on the stop.
Garcia on the stop. I got to write that down. They do not have Garcia on the roster.
No, that was one thing mentioned in previous game. We should have had notes taken on that, shouldn't we?
Well, I got new rosters again, and they didn't put it on there, so there's that.
And we have a timeout on the field.
All right, we've got a timeout called. We'll keep it here. We've got 9:19 still remaining. Atoka is up 14-0. What have you seen so far, Kalen?
So far, I've seen Atoka's defense once again stepping up, doing a great job by containing on the outside tonight. Switching gears real fast, going to offense, had some really big plays on offense. Thus far, here at 9:19 in the second quarter, we've seen a tipped pass that was intercepted, and then of course, Peyton to Coleman for that 53-yard touchdown. The boys are looking good.
Prince, one of my favorite Wampus cats over the years. Great kid. He's got a great personality. I'm not going to take anything away from his touchdown at all. But there was a conversation in the podcast this week between L.J. Lefevre and Peyton Pugh because they were running against each other in homecoming. Peyton Pugh said, I would rather have a hookup with you for a touchdown than win homecoming king and queen. Now he's won the homecoming queen, so I'm wondering when that touchdown to L.J. Lefevre is going to happen tonight. And a pass almost intercepted, and so that'll bring up.
Pass ball's incomplete. Pass broken up on number 5.
It'll still be a long down, and I believe that's fourth down.
And that'll bring up fourth down for Wilburton.
So good defense by the Wampus Cats again, holding Wilburton to a fourth down and long at the current moment. We're going to see if Wilburton's going to go for it here, and I think they are going to punt this one away. Here's the punt. It is a pretty punt, too. Caught at the 7. Jukes left side, cuts back right, and is swarmed, and now there's flags on the play.
Number 9, Kaiser Mullins. With your
illegal block in the back against the Wampus Cats.
Well, they call that on Atoka.
The penalty will be half the distance to the goal.
So that's going to pin Atoka deep in their territory. They're going to have to put in a lot of work. As we know that they are prepared to do. See Peyton and JD coming out to the huddle with the play call. As the Wampus Cats come to the line. Set up in an I formation, one wide receiver out to the left, quarterback under center. As he hands the ball off to number.
Oh, wow. Looks like
number 10.
Hey, kind of feels it looked like they faked it to the fullback.
Big gain on the play.
Brooks took off with it, picked up
down.
huge yardage, and got the ball all the way back to the 19.
Yeah, and so in Coach Cupp's pregame talk, he had mentioned that he wanted to run the football.
Yeah.
Run the football. And when they were finished doing that, they wanted to run the football some more.
And that's what they will probably do right here with a 14-0 lead. 8:41 still remaining in the first half. This game has gone by a lot quicker than the last couple have. And here's the pass. It is caught, and they will pick up a couple of yards on the play. And I believe that was L.J. Lefevre on the reception.
Yeah, there's that hookup they were talking about, but it wasn't for a TD just yet.
Mm-hmm. You know, the good thing, too, about the Wampus Cat offense is it's not just one guy out there receiving the football. You know, L.J. Lefevre gets the call deep every once in a while. You got Prince, who gets it quite a bit. And then you've got Brooks as well, Malachi Brooks. And there's a couple other guys out there as this one spinning around, rolls right side of the field and is down for a positive yardage. That's Brooks on the carry, Ezekiel Brooks. You know, the two Brooks kids, they're athletes. They've got tons of speed. agility as well. I mean, they can cut on a dime, stomp on a dime, whatever you have to do out there on the football field, and they look really good doing it.
There's several talented kids on this football team.
And one of the things we talked about, too, is the size up front. Atoka hasn't been known for having just big bullies there on the offensive line, and that's a hard thing, especially when you're running an I formation, because a lot of what you're doing is ground and pound up the middle, so you have to rely on those kind of bullies to, kind of do their thing against the defensive line, and instead you see these different blocking schemes that Coach Cup has thrown defense's way, and for the most part over his career he has done an excellent job at that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. I think the young men up front do a phenomenal job, and if size isn't in your favor, then let's try some different techniques and see how that works for us, and right now that's working really well.
You go back to like I formation, the wishbone, things of that nature. You remember those Nebraska days
Old
when
school
y'all
football
were really good. You weren't always getting the biggest dudes on the line. Now, don't get me wrong, Nebraska had great linemen, big linemen, and we got flags on the field spinning around. That's pretty close to the first down marker
30-yard line, but there is a penalty flag on the play
for JD. But, in those option plays, typically you had those fast linemen that could get to the outside and block for you.
Yeah, when you're pulling, tackles and guards and you've got big guys out there in front of you blocking, it makes all the difference in the world.
A couple of things that we have seen from this offense over the last couple of weeks is that, in the first couple of games, it was kind of vanilla in the sense that when they threw the ball, it was directly down the field. It was, 30, 40-yard bombs. They have simplified things and really shortened up the passing game, and that's allowed Peyton Pugh to really excel here in this offense this season over the last couple of games. We've got a penalty on the field as well, and that's going to go against the Wampus Cats.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on the Wampus Cats, unfortunate, to say the least. But, yeah, gaining, putting 7 up on the board doesn't have to come from big breakout plays. If you're moving the ball down the field and you're getting 5, 6, 7 yards of whack, that's saying something.
So the Wampus Cats set up with first down and 15, 6:40 remaining in the first half of play. 14-0, Atoka on top. Brooks in the backfield, and he is downed. No gain on the play.
Gain of 1 on the play, and that'll bring up second out.
Boy, how about the community support showing up tonight for Atoka's homecoming?
I know,
Got
isn't
a
it great?
Phenomenal showing here tonight, and it just shows the support that this community has for this football team and their athletic department and just the school as a whole.
You know why this one's a big one? Class of 2004.
Oh, my. That's
their
going
20th,
back.
20 years.
That's getting close to your era, Mike.
Yeah. And it is a halfback pass deep down the field and a nice defensive play. Oh, I don't agree with that.
Oh, I sure do.
I don't agree. Hunter Pate, he was jumping into the air. I guess he might have made a little bit of contact there in the front side, the intended wide receiver, but I thought he made a decent – he was watching the eyes of the wide receiver, takes a jump up, and then gets called for pass interference.
Yeah, Dylan Clark was there for the Wilburton Diggers on the
at the 46-yard line, first down
for the protection of the defense.
I don't know. I mean, there was a little bit of contact. I guess you call that flag. There was multiple flags, obviously, so they both saw the same thing. But
well, when your DB doesn't turn around and look for the ball,
you make a good point. Ezekiel Brooks picks up a couple of yards on the gain.
Handoff goes to number 10, Ezekiel Brooks.
You make a good point there, Kalen. 20 years. That means next year is my 20th reunion.
My goodness.
You're calling the game by yourself.
Well, I don't know
be
if our
down there.
listeners and our fans would appreciate that
I'm going
much.
to be down there partying with the rest of my classmates, drinking soda pops because my kids won't leave me alone.
Can somebody get this guy a water?
Take a scotch and water, hold the scotch. Why are you not laughing?
I didn't know.
Don't even answer that now.
I won't.
Don't even
I'm not
answer
going
that now.
I'm just going to let you stand on that, and you'll have to answer for it on Monday.
I'm tired of this. Funny story for Kalen. He used to sneak into my vehicle so I could give him rides to work. His dad wouldn't let him ride with me. Handoff. No, it's a pass. And a little bit high intended for Prince Coleman. Hey.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
I remember it. It was around 2004, I think, wasn't it? You would ride to school with me in my red F-150 that I had. And your dad would drive down the street because we lived down the same street with each other, and you would duck your head into the seat because you didn't want your dad seeing you riding with me.
No, you don't want the old man to catch you.
Yeah, he was pretty angry at times. Ball is placed near side of the field. I formation. Pugh looking back to pass, and it looked like it might have been tipped at the line. And that's going to bring up fourth down for the Wampus Cat offense.
So the offense must have seen something that they liked there on the far side of the field, because it appears that they went back to that same play, different receiver, but same offensive play.
Speaking of which, 20 years ago, class of 2004, one of the greatest athletes I've seen come out of Atoka in a long time, Daniel Arterberry.
Yeah, Daniel was a good football. Daniel was just an all-around good athlete is what he was.
Punt formation here for the Wampus Cats. And it is a high punt. Bounces at the 26, down at the 24. And that's where Wilburton will take over with 4:25 to go in the first half. Atoka is up 14-0.
That's where the Wampus Cats will take, that's where the Wilburton Diggers will take over. First down and 10.
A lot of good athletes came out of that class. I mean, Clayton Yarbrough was a really good athlete.
There were several.
Jeff Williams.
Joey.
Oh, Joey Nichols. I forgot about Joey Nichols.
That was his last name. I was just fixing to apologize. I could not remember his last name.
That was a good class. They went to the playoffs, I believe, the second round that year. Won 8 games. 9 games, didn't y'all?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that would have been my freshman year. Many moons ago.
The running back, no gain on the play.
They were close to a 10-win season. I think they only lost the 1 game, didn't you?
I can't recall that far back. I know I do.
It was only 20 years ago.
Yeah, no big deal. But Zeb Bradford, Zeb was on that team.
Dude, he was a boss. Played fullback.
Yeah, linebacker position.
Yep. Shotgun, looking to pass Wilburton, and it is caught at the 33. It'll be the far side of the field. I actually spot this one down the middle, but a nice pass and catch. Floyd Clark on the reception. And that's the best passing play that we've seen out of Wilburton so far.
Yes, sir.
Third down and 1.
Brian Walker, the head coach back then. Handoff.
Got a lot of respect for that man.
Great guy, man. I absolutely love Brian. He is doing a fantastic job over at Harmony as well.
Yes.
And
I've had the chance to run into him a time or two. He's still involved in high school football.
He is. You know, I believe he was involved in Caddo's championship in 7-man, I guess?
8-man.
8-man football, yeah. Something I've never actually watched before.
I haven't either.
Handoff. Goes off tackle. And a nice defensive stop. Plenty of Wampus Cats in the vicinity.
Handoff goes to the running back, gain of 4 on the play.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
a lot of time in possession for Wilburton.
I always feel like
this drive.
Brian Walker didn't have a long stint as a head coach for the Wampus Cats, but I always felt like he was a very underrated, underappreciated football coach.
Here's one thing that I can say about Mr. Walker is that he loved and he cared for his players.
Yes, he did.
Just a phenomenal guy all around. Really enjoy getting to run into him nowadays.
Timeout on the field. We'll be back. It is the Ion Sports Network.
My name is Dr. Matt Holcomb. I'm the owner of Custom Dental of Atoka. We pride ourselves to always being up to date with the newest in technology in dentistry. Have you ever wondered what it would take to have that smile you've always dreamed of? Come visit us at Custom Dental of Atoka. We'd love to go over that with you. If it's implants, if it's braces, if it's cosmetic dentistry, we'll do whatever it takes to get that smile that you've always hoped for and dreamed of. We love serving people, love serving our community, love serving God. Come see us and see how we can take care of all your dental needs.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Welcome back in. 2:23 remaining in the first half. Screenplay cuts up far side of the field, past the first down marker. Wilburton will pick up the first down. They haven't gained a lot of first downs here in the first half.
No, but they sure are plugging away on this offensive possession. I mean, they're getting 3-4 yards of carry, and they're still moving the chains.
You're going to have this right at the 50-yard line. 2:17 remaining in the first half. Homecoming night, district opener, and Atoka on top 14-0. You want to win by 15 here. That is the magic number. You know, as you look at districts right now as we sit, Vian has a win in districts. They're 4-0 on the year. They've got that 15-point difference. Valiant was 0-3 going into districts. They got a win. And so they sit tied at first. And then Antlers and Spyro down there at the bottom with -15. Shotgun. And a little dump-off pass to about the 47. And it's going to bring up third down here for Wilburton.
I think they lost a yard on that one, Mike.
For a loss of 2, and that'll bring up third down.
Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers set off far side of the field, looking to go deep, and it is tipped by the defense. And that was a nice defensive play by Kaiser Mullins, the junior, standing at 6'2" and 165 pounds, so a little bit of reach there at cornerback. And we've got flags on the field. And that one's going to go against Wilburton. That's fourth down, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And that'll bring up fourth down for Wilburton.
So if I am correct, the Wampus Cats will decline the penalty.
Yeah, and that's going to put number 9, Kaiser Mullins, back to receive the punt.
Under a minute left to go, so Atoka's still got a little bit of time to put another score on the board. And the punter will keep it and picks up, well, didn't really pick up anything, and he's pushed out of bounds. Eli Forwoodson.
Come up short. That'll be a turnover on downs. First down, Wampus Cats.
That is an interesting last name.
What's that?
Forwoodson.
I like it.
Eli Forwoodson.
I like that.
I wonder if there's a way to simplify that.
Woodson.
Maybe if I just write the number 4, Woodson. No?
Well,
okay.
We don't want to disrespect that young man.
We're not disrespecting him. I'm making a terrible joke. No. It was really a bad joke. Wampus Cats take over. 53 seconds remaining on the 45-yard line. Shotgun. JD in the backfield. Expect him there to stop the or in for the pass block. Defense swarming. And Peyton Pugh is going to be down in the backfield. A big loss on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and long as the clock stops momentarily. And we've got a timeout. We will keep it here. And again, it's 14-0. Wampus Cats have scored on a 2-yard run by J.D. Bland and a 53-yard touchdown pass and catch from Peyton Pugh into Prince Coleman. And that is how Atoka has that 2-score lead at the moment. And they've looked pretty well on defense so far.
Yeah. I mean, from the very beginning at week 1, I think that we've had a very strong defense, regardless of the points scored against us, regardless of their current record. I feel that the Wampus Cats have got a phenomenal defense. I really do.
I got a question for you now, a trivia question. Obviously, we talked a little bit about Daniel Arterberry, quarterback for the Wampus Cats, 2004, and in 2000, or actually technically 2004. But who was the quarterback prior to Daniel Arterberry?
You want me to answer that now? Because I've got the answer.
And in the backfield, Peyton Pugh bounces off one and throws that one away. Wow, okay, look at that.
Thinking on the fly.
Hey,
good job, Peyton.
That was something he struggled with the last couple of weeks, is throwing it out of bounds when he was rolling out with pressure in his face and nowhere to go with the football. And that time makes a smart play, throws it away, but it does bring up 3rd down and long.
That was a good job by Peyton by being rushed out of the pocket and still being able to think on the fly and get rid of that football and live to play another down.
Absolutely. Who was it?
Jamie Miller.
That was Jamie Miller, yeah. Jamie Miller was a great quarterback for the Wampus Cats as well.
Man, he was fast.
Holy
big. Holy cow, that guy was fast.
Yep.
I don't think Kevin inherited that gene.
No, he sure didn't. But Kevin was an athlete.
He
was
an athlete.
Very
good
athlete.
athlete.
Great baseball player,
Baseball player, yep.
Shotgun, 3 wide receiver set right. Peyton Pugh rolling out. Looks to pass downfield. It is caught at the 50 and out of bounds, which should stop the clock, but it has not stopped the clock yet.
There it is.
And that is Javen Keaton on the play.
I'm telling you, Atoka has got a strong wide receiving core. They have several talented receivers, and they spread the love. I mean, they really do. They're not targeting just one receiver. They've got several that they can hit downfield.
Do you know who the quarterback prior to that was?
Oh, my goodness. That's going back to no. To answer your question right now, no, I do not. But I'm going to think on that. We're gonna go back to that at halftime.
Well, you know him. You know him very well. You got a timeout. You got time to answer. We got 25 seconds.
Well, I've got to think way back on this one because I was just a wee little lad. You know, I'm just not recalling.
Last name King.
Wasn't Kirk. Kirk was quarterback?
Yeah, he was
a
quarterback.
Kirk was like a tight end,
No.
defensive end. I don't remember him in at QB.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Then, of course, there was a quarterback a few years back who broke the state record in passing. You know who that is.
Well, you're really putting me on the spot with these
you don't know this one?
questions.
You don't know this one?
No, sir. I'm sorry. I do not.
Let's tip off.
Mr. LT, yes.
Yeah. And Peyton Pugh will take off running, gets up to the 45 and is downed. And I feel like the timekeeper needs to add 5 seconds to the clock. Atoka has lost 5 seconds on the clock, I do believe. And they're going to spike the ball on first down so they can set up their next play. 18.4 seconds remaining. Atoka on top right now, 14-0. 0 timeouts left. Wilburton still has one.
Michael, I'm impressed because I really feel like we're seeing like a 2-minute offense here from the Wampus Cats. And that's impressive.
By the way, college coming out with the 2-minute warning, if you will. You know what it's called? You know what it's called?
Again, no. But
the 2-minute timeout. I don't get it. Just call it the 2-minute warning and let's get out of here. 3 wide receivers sent off to the right. Pugh rolling, moves up into the pocket and is completely walloped in the backfield. And now 10 seconds. I don't think Atoka's going to have enough time to run another play, so that will end the first half as the Wampus Cats on top of Wilburton at home. It is homecoming in Atoka, 14-0. We head into our halftime break, which, by the way, your halftime show is brought to you by Logan & Sons, roaming the neighborhood or the back 40. Do it in an Intimidator, UTV, or an NV crossover. Test drive one today at Logan & Sons in Atoka. We'll take a quick break. When we get back, we'll go over that first half here on the Ion Sports Network.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can still go down to the south end of the...
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer. You're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
I come to Dr. Hookham because he was highly recommended. I had dentures ever since I've been 20 years old, so I've had them for 50 years. And out of the 50 years, I had to use all the dental cream and tooth goo, and it's terrible. They got the implants where they snap in and out, and I cannot tell you how proud I am of them. And he is great. It's worth the trip to Atoka just to have him work on you.
Let Dr. Holcomb change your life forever. Visit atokadentist.com.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Logan & Sons in Atoka has the outdoor equipment from top brands to make your outdoor work or play a cinch. Still, Exmark, Hustler, Spartan, Intimidator UTVs, and Envy neighborhood vehicles are in stock and ready for you. Stop by today at 853 South Mississippi or call 580-889-3329. Logan & Sons proudly supporting all our local athletes.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome back to Atoka, Oklahoma, where your Wampus Cats lead 14-0 here at halftime. Your halftime entertainment brought to you by the Wilburton Diggers Marching Band. Happy to have them entertaining our fans here at halftime. So let's go over a few halftime stats as we enjoy the performance here by the Wilburton Diggers Marching Band. Michael Gabbard joining me back on the broadcast.
Whew. I'm getting too fat to run up those stairs up and down. I'm telling you. It has been rough. What a first half we've had. The Wampus Cats on top by 2 touchdowns. Should they be up by more right now? Yes. But defensively, they have played very well. They've held Wilburton scoreless, 0-0. And right now have a 14-point lead over the Wilburton Diggers in the first half of play.
Yeah, really excited to see the performance that the boys have done here in the first half by putting 14 on the board. You know, you had Peyton Pugh reaching out to Prince Coleman for that 53-yard touchdown. And then the defense coming up with a big-time turnover on a tipped pass, which then led to another Wampus Cat touchdown, which I believe was J.D. Bland. So the Atoka offense doing a real good job of moving the ball around, hitting their wide receivers. Their backfield is looking strong. You know, their defenses always look strong in my opinion, but you know, they're doing a great job holding them to 14-0 here at the half. But I still feel that there's some adjustments that could be made that would benefit them here in this second half and put some more points up on the board.
You know, and again, we've talked about it being homecoming. There's always a little bit more, I guess, energy at the very nerves. You're playing in front of a bigger crowd than you're usually accustomed to. There's more at stake in this one because it is game one of districts. You got to get those jitters out in the first half, go into the second half, adjust some things, and then get back out there and, you know, try to put some extra points on the board. Again, the magic number is 15. All right, so if I know you're not familiar how the districts work, so in district play, you get your first place is by wins or points. So if 2 teams have the same amount of wins or the 2 points, or the same points, then it then goes to a head-to-head. Who beat who in the head-to-head? Now, if both teams have the same record, let's say, and let's say Vian's got 15 points and Valiant's got 14, then Vian would be number 1 heading into playoffs in your district, and they would get that home field advantage, which is huge, by the way. Atoka had a chance a few years ago at home field advantage, and instead it was during the COVID season. I believe it was Idabel, and Idabel canceled the game due to COVID, and it ended up hurting us in the points, and so Atoka didn't get to host that first playoff game that year. So you really want to be able to host in playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, what an advantage that is to have home field for, you know, your first round of playoffs. But as you mentioned, tonight being Atoka's homecoming, with all the festivities and, you know, the awards, if you will, being presented out on the field, it is slightly difficult to get focused and get ready to go and play football. But it must have not been too hard because right now your Wampus Cats are up 14-0. So
We got more coming up here in the halftime show. Again, brought to you by Logan & Sons. Whether taking on large commercial landscapers or your own backyard, trust Logan & Sons with a full line of Stihl, Hustler, Exmart, and Spartan outdoor power equipment. Follow Logan & Sons on Facebook. We've got more coming up. Atoka on top at the break, halftime for your homecoming game. First district game of the year at home. 14-0 is the score, and Atoka on top.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome back to Atoka Wampus Cat football field as we are live on location for tonight's game. It is game 4 of the season, game 1 of districts. It is halftime and Atoka leads 14-0 against Wilburton and Kaylin Nagorski. Homecoming week. We talked about it multiple times. We talked about some players. There is one particular player that we haven't talked about.
Who's that, Mike?
From your playing days. You.
Oh my goodness! No one wants to talk about that. No need to mention.
Tell us a little bit about where you played.
Well, we talked about Brian Walker and some of his previous players that he had. Zeb Bradford, Jamie Miller. Oh my gosh, Joey Nichols. The list goes on and on. But those are the guys. Those are the guys that I played under as a freshman. And you talk about a wild group and just an all-around good spirited team. They were. The energy that those guys brought was so much fun. And it really helped me as an underclassman, kind of understand high school football better being an underclassman. But always a pleasure to be an alumni of Atoka and just very thankful for the opportunity that you've given me to come on the broadcast and had the opportunity to call these football games and interact with the townspeople and just the experience as a whole has been a phenomenal thing.
Now we're going to take a look at the 2 touchdown plays from the first half. Here is the first one. As this was the 53-yard passing catch to Prince Coleman. Long pass down the field. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown. Prince Coleman. Wampus Cats. That was the first one. Is that Case Short? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then here is the second one. J.D. Bland on the little 3-yard rush for the touchdown. As that was the second score that we saw in the game. Just powering his way through the defensive line for the second score. Those were the two scores we saw in the first half. Now, there was plenty of opportunities in the first half. I felt like we put ourselves into long distance downs, and that really hurt some offensive drives in the first half. What does Atoka need to do to correct those things into the second half to increase this lead?
Well, I feel that the offensive line has got to give Peyton a little bit more time to drop back in the pocket and give his wide receivers a chance to come up with a catch. And I know that they've been battling in the trenches. Those linemen, they work their tails off to do their very best to give that protection. But I feel tonight that if they could turn it up a couple notches and just give him a little bit more time in the pocket and give Peyton a chance to hit his wide receivers, it would make for a better outcome.
By the way, out on the field right now, the Atoka Marching Band, they are very good. Small in numbers this year, but they are loud and sound really good. So big shout out to the Atoka Marching Band. They have always done a fantastic job underneath their leadership. I think so too. I think first off, you're seeing a lot of pressure from Wilburton, and that you're seeing the defensive line kind of give up some blocks, if you will, whether it's missed assignments or whatnot, and it's kind of put Peyton Pugh in some of those passing situations where he's had to scramble out of the way, or he's got a defensive player in his face and towards his backside and nowhere to go. And if you can clean up that offensive line a little bit in regards to some of your blocking schemes that you have, and just knowing where you're supposed to be and where the defense is coming at you, I think Atoka will do just fine. Yeah, and absolutely. And switching gears real fast, going back to defense, we've seen a lot out of Wade McCall this evening, which is always exciting to see. That young man's been having a phenomenal first half, and we're looking forward to a strong second half if we still have 4 minutes left here during our halftime performance by the Atoka Wampus Cat Marching Band. Okay, I'm going to leave this as an Easter egg for later, but Chris Hines, an employee for our company, said that Peyton called the game. I'll show you the score. I'm not going to say it, but that is what the score was called by Peyton, and we'll find out at the end of the game what he said and if that is indeed true. The big hookups that we haven't seen tonight, we haven't seen a lot from Malachi Brooks right now. They've kind of shut him down a little bit. Haven't looked his way a ton here tonight. And then, of course, L.J. Lefevre has had a couple of passes out his way. Malachi Brooks, when he's ran the ball, he's ran it for the majority of the time for positive yardage. Not a ton. He hasn't had any breakaway plays or anything like that, but he has been consistently getting positive yardage that has allowed Atoka, anyway, if they can just get rid of some of the penalties they've had early on, it would have set them up, I feel, in some better field position in regards to gaining those first downs.
Yes, sir, I agree. Ezekiel Brooks still doing a great job at tailback. I'm not going to say that he's filling in for JD, because I feel that JD and
JD is fullback, yeah.
Well, right, from what I've seen this evening. But, he's still picking up positive yards, as you said, doing a great job filling that tailback spot. Fun position to play, by the way. Love playing tailback. But, no, I think the team as a whole is playing like a team, and they're doing a great job, and we're looking forward to a strong second half.
By the way, big shout out to Caitlin and his tailback playing days. He actually held the Atoka record for slowest tailback of all time. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. Caitlin, I'm going to cut you off before you have anything negative to say. We'll be back in just a minute.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the 3rd generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Welcome back into the Ion Sports Network on KHKC 102.1 FM. Our score here at halftime, 14-0, Atoka on top. 12 minutes on the clock now as we're getting ready for the second half. Your halftime show is brought to you by Logan & Sons. Roaming the neighborhood or the back 40, do it in an Intimidator UTV or an MV crossover. Test drive one today at Logan & Sons in Atoka. Can't we do a little shopping over there?
Oh, I love going down there and visiting with those guys. I'm a lawn freak. I like mowing.
Love Marcus, man.
Marcus and his team are like top notch. That's all I gotta say. And I really feel that our listeners and our viewers this evening could almost agree with that.
While you tell us a little bit more about what is expected in the second half out of Atoka, I'm going to go take a look at our YouTube page and see if we've got any comments.
Yeah, don't forget to join us on YouTube. Really excited about that this season. I feel that that's a good positive move by the Atoka Public Schools. And hats off to their AV team and their help with the cameramen and the things that they do behind the scenes to bring the football games live to YouTube. And so right now we have got both football teams on the field, and they are warming up to begin the third quarter. Some things to look forward to. Put more points on the board.
More
Plain
points.
and simple.
By the way, if you go to the Southeastern Oklahoma State YouTube page, they've got the rodeo going on right now, the Southeastern Rodeo.
It's always exciting.
We are live streaming the rodeo right as we speak. Also some games around, Texoma. Kingston's playing Kiefer, Colgate. I believe Colgate's got a game this. Yeah,
they're coming off a bye
week last week. Kingston playing Colgate, Ardmore. Let me pull up this list real quick.
Can you get that score real fast, Mike?
The score of which one?
The Colgate game.
Let me pull it up. You talk for me, I'll pull it up.
Well, I know some of our listeners are Wildcat fans as well, I'm sure. And they would probably.
You're on a Atoka broadcast. They're not Wildcat fans.
Well, we're gonna keep it. We're going to keep it right where we're going to keep it.
Ew.
Oh, so we probably don't want to look at that score. All right.
Hey,
so
I'm telling you,
we're gearing up for a good second half.
Holdenville is really good, man. It's 30-6 at half right now.
So they got a little bit of work to do. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, a little bit of work. Vian, by the way, beat Spiro 64-6.
My goodness.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. Tishomingo, after taking a week off for those things that happen at the school, they are losing right now to Comanche 13-0 at the break. Valiant and Antlers, Valiant won against them, again 49-12. That was the one we talked about in the pregame show. Lindsay is losing to number 6 Marlowe 38-0. Marlowe very good though, so I will give it to them. And
that surprises me a little bit after the performance that they laid down last week.
Yep. 12-8, Kingston on top of Kiefer. All of these are on the Ion Sports Network, by the way. 12 minutes on the clock. Third quarter of play. Atoka on top 14-0. In the backfield, you see there for the Wampus Cats on the live stream, which is also brought to you by AmeriState Bank. On the go and informed, that's banking with AmeriState Bank's mobile app, ASB Everywhere. Download for free on your iPhone or your Android device. As Wilburton received in the first half, they will kick off in the second half, looking for the onside kick. A Wampus Cat falls on top of it at the 49 of the Wilburton Diggers side of the field, and the Wampus Cats come away with excellent field position to start the second half.
Yeah, and I'm going to give a quick shout out to number 44, Caden Rector. Caden? My apologies for the mispronunciation there. Boy, he was amped up after that. Love seeing that from these boys.
Oh, we've already got a timeout, and it looks like we've got an injured player on the field. So we will take a timeout as well and be right back. We hope that young man is okay, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
I come to Dr. Hookham because he was highly recommended. I had dentures ever since I've been 20 years old, so I've had them for 50 years. And out of the 50 years, I had to use all the dental cream and tooth goo, and it's terrible. They got the implants where they snap in and out, and I could not tell you how proud I am of them. And he is great. It's worth the trip to Atoka just to have him work on you.
Let Dr. Holcomb change your life forever. Visit atokadentist.com.
Genesis.
And we'll come back early as the injured player is up, doing well there on the sidelines. Atoka will come out in a shotgun formation. There's the defense by Wilburton looking like they are wanting to rush the line. And Ezekiel Brooks gains about 4 on the run. And it'll bring up second down and close to 6.
Brooks eager to take that handoff, too. He knew that ball was coming to him.
Now they say you get 3 yards, not 4.
Well, going back to our conversation earlier, you don't have to have a breakout play every possession. If you're, getting 3-4 yards of whack, you're moving the chains.
See if we can tighten this up a little bit in regards to the main camera. And Brooks bounces off one tackle, shifts his way for a couple of extra yards. It'll be third down and short.
Once again, gain of 4 on the play brings up third down.
Ezekiel showing some of that natural talent that he has as an athlete, trying to find different holes when one closes up, another opens, always trying to achieve positive yardage. Good strong tailback.
So I formation, one wide receiver set off to the right, ball down the middle of the field, and a handoff to J.D. Bland, who picks up monster yardage, gets into the second level of the defense, and the ball is down at the 22-yard line, or not the 22, the 32-yard line.
Yeah, J.D. picking up what appears to be a solid 15-yard run.
By the way, doing a little bit of a training sesh with the new guys working the camera today. Our normal camera lady, Miss Allison Williams, not on the broadcast today. She was in homecoming. Congratulations to her on her nominations. Good run down the middle of the field. Picks up positive yardage. 10-10 remaining in the third quarter. Atoka driving, pushing their way in the Wilburton side of the field, trying to score their third touchdown of the day. A little slow to get to the line of scrimmage, but now the Wampus Cats lining up with the ball at the 25. I formation, Peyton Pugh under center. Handoff, J.D. Bland cuts through past the first down marker and gets the ball up to the 15. So a nice 10-yard gain on the play.
Yeah.
First down, Wampus Cats.
Yeah, the Wampus Cats seeing something they like on the left side of that line.
Wampus Cats set up first down and 10. 9:14 still remaining in the third as we're still underway in the first drive of the third quarter. Handoff, Ezekiel Brooks covered up, spins off of one. Helmet comes off. Flags flying now out on the field. And so we'll see. I believe this one's going to go against the defense.
Well, good job by Ezekiel, holding his temper, because when your helmet comes off, that tends to not make you very happy.
Right. By the way, you got your son somewhere around here. Where'd he go?
Oh, he's just having the time of his life, enjoying all the people here at the stadium tonight and joining us for Atoka's homecoming.
Oh, by the way, I went to the pep rally, the first pep rally I've been to since my senior year.
Yeah, did you cheer?
I did, man. Dude, it was Os Barry's daughter, by the way, tackled some boy, and I thought she almost killed him. And it was the most aggressive musical chairs that I've ever seen in my entire life. I was on my feet the entire time. It was nuts.
Really enjoy seeing the kids having a good time.
Yeah, they were having an absolute blast. I've got video footage of it. I'll show that in next week's broadcast. We didn't have time to put it in this week, but we'll show you a little bit of that pep rally. It was pretty cool to see. Those guys were absolutely fun. And what I loved about it, too, is both of my kids were there, and getting to see them in their element made me a proud father.
Absolutely.
I formation, handoff, J.D., and cuts up maybe a yard on the game.
That's going to give him enough for the first down.
Stop to the 5-yard line. First down and goal.
Michael, remind me again, the running back for the Steelers. Big guy. Doesn't play anymore.
You're talking about the bus.
The bus.
The bus.
Jerome Bettis.
Jerome Bettis.
Yeah. That's who JD reminds me of.
Yeah, not quite as big, but he kind of runs with the same mentality.
Yeah, I just enjoy watching him play.
He does lower his body down, and you see him run right there as he runs in for another score. That is, by the way, he's been gone for 2 weeks, and he's got 2 touchdowns on the day.
Well, needless to say, I think he got the rest that he deserved because he is looking fantastic tonight.
So a 5-yard rush for a touchdown by J.D. Bland. He is having a fantastic night. I think 2 scores with how it looks right now.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
He is on his way for making a case for player of the game. Still a long way to go in this football game.
A lot of football to play.
We're not going to give it away just yet. And the kick. Snap is good. Kick is up. And the kick is good as well. 21-0. Atoka on top with 8:21 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back. It is the Ion Sports Network.
H&L Custom Processing is proud to support the Atoka Wampus Cats. A family-owned business by Gary and Charity Hensley, H&L offers custom processing of wild game as well as local livestock. H&L is USDA certified and makes it a goal to provide excellent service, cleanliness, and up-to-date processing services in their state-of-the-art facility. With immediate openings for beef and pork processing, H&L is here to help get your team ready for tailgating or backyard cookouts this season. Stop by and check out their facility in Colgate or call 580-258-0263 for more information.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The ball gets out to the 35 on the kick return as we return back to Atoka Wampus Field with 8:13 remaining in the third, 21-0. Atoka on top of Wilburton, and Wilburton will have the football at the 36-yard line. So we've got a shotgun. Wilburton cuts off tackle, picks up positive yardage past the first down marker, and gets to the 50-yard line.
Takeoff goes to the running back, bounces off a few tackles out to the 50-yard line.
That was a good, strong run by number 2, Jason Wilkett.
About a 19-yard gain on the run, too.
The junior out of Wilburton.
That has been the best play offensively that Wilburton has had all night.
You betcha. Yeah, that looks solid. So as Wilburton comes up to the line for another 1st and 10, it's a handoff to number 1, Floyd Clark, and he is going to pick up 9 yards on the carry, 8 yards.
It was actually Jason Wilkett, but do you see him lower his head down? I mean, he was running hard, man. And now we got an Atoka Wampus Cat down on the field, quickly getting up so that he doesn't have to get pulled off the field. Who was that down? Was that number 11?
Yes,
was that
sir.
Jim?
Slightly shooken up. It looks to be okay.
And now we've got 2nd down and 1. 7:10 remaining in the third. Shotgun. And off tackle. Run. Wilkett again. And now we got flags on the play, and I wonder if this is going to be on the defense. They threw this one towards the line, but there was a lot of pushing and shoving going on right at the end of the play, so I wonder if this one's going to go against the Wampus Cats.
Let's see what tonight's referee has to say. That's going to be holding
defense
on the offense.
Or offense, I meant.
Against
Yep.
Wilburton,
I'll be darned.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
I was quite certain that penalty was going to be on the Wampus Cats myself.
Yeah, we're glad it's not. You can see a lot of old guys that we all went to school with during the homecoming days. That is when, all the, your old friends that you haven't seen in years come out of the woodworks. Deep pass down the field. It is caught. 10-5 touchdown. And Wilburton gets on the board for the first time. Jason Wilkett, who's typically been running or been in the backfield as the running back, lined up at the wide receiver slot and absolutely torches the defense for a massive gain and touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think Atoka's DBs were ready for that play, unfortunately.
So Wilburton gets on the board for the first time tonight after Atoka goes up 21-0. Wilburton's going to go for 2 out of the Wildcat. dives in. Is he short? Are they going to give it to him?
No good.
And he is no good. Wilburton will stay at 6. Atoka on top 21-6 with 6:43 still remaining to go in the third quarter.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
Third quarter of action, and Wilburton trailing 21-6 against your Atoka Wampus Cats. It is a short kick. They are looking for the onside. J.D. Bland pulls it down and about the 41-yard line, call it the 42. And that is where Atoka will set up shop for their next offensive possession.
First down and 10.
Let's see if the Wampus Cats can continue the hard work that they were putting in there as they came out of halftime.
About a 55-yard passing catch for Wilburton on the last. Again, they took Wilkett out of the running back position, lined him up at wide receiver, and then he torched the defense for a massive gain and touchdown. And now the offense trying to grab a little bit of that momentum they had with that 21-0 lead here with this offensive possession. I formation, near side of the field, wide receiver set to the near side as well. And they're going to hand it off to Ezekiel Brooks, who will get back to the line of scrimmage, and not a lot to gain on that play.
Gain of 2 on the play. Second down.
They're going to give him 2 yards, so it'll bring up second down and 8. Ezekiel Brooks, man, he is a kid, again, that I just feel he's just a sophomore. And if he gets a little bit more size over the offseason, you talk about what he's going to be capable of doing next year is going to be incredible. Not just next year, but this year too.
Yeah, and he's a weapon on offense for sure.
Pugh under center. And he'll hand off. And this time to Richardson, who cuts up past the first down marker. And that's good enough again for a Wampus Cat first down.
Tegan Richardson, the kid that I've been looking for tonight, did a fantastic job running the ball last week against Lindsay. And here he is tonight on his, what I believe is his first carry, picking up a 10-yard gain, moving the chains for the Wampus Cats.
He's done a fantastic job filling in for J.D. Bland over the last couple of games. You got to get him in to the field. He had a touchdown last week, and looking to build on that. Another pickup and positive yardage for the Wampus Cats. Another handoff to Richardson again, who, again, just an undervalued, I wouldn't say he's undervalued, an underappreciated, if you're doing the broadcast, I feel like he's underappreciated by us a little bit.
Yeah, no, I just, again, he's another player that stands out to me on this offense that has tremendous talent because he runs the football hard.
Another I formation, and Peyton Pugh looking to pass. Here comes the defense as he rolls out left side and gets out of bounds near the painted numbers of the 40, but just going to be a little bit short of that first down marker. They're going to spot this at the 41.
And going to make 3rd and 6 for the Wampus Cats, I believe.
4:42 still remaining here in the third quarter of play. And as we inch closer into the bottom portion of this game, stick around for that post-game show as well, brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. And here is the handoff to J.D. Bland, spinning around and is downed by number 52 of the defense. That's Wyatt Ward, the junior defensive lineman.
Gain of 3 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
And it appears J.D. is going to be down on the field with a cramp.
Hey, don't forget,
Not to speculate, by no means.
Well, he had that ankle injury, and so it looks like that same ankle is the one that is hurting. So he's going to try to walk this off. It does look like it's incredibly taped up.
Coming up next, Miss Heather Brooks on the dunk tape. Go see the TSA fundraiser tonight.
Here's the I formation again. Handoff. Richardson close to the first down, but I don't know if he got it here on 4th.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit short, Mike.
They might bring out the chain gang on this one. No, I don't think so. They're just going to give it to Wilburton. Yeah, he was a yard short.
For the Wampus Cats. First down, Wilburton.
Well, we saw some positive things out of the offense on that drive, I feel. Had Richardson on a couple big carries. J.D. moving the chains as well.
You hate to see him come out, too. I mean, it did look like he was in a lot of pain again.
Yeah, he had laid on his back, and they were stretching him out like he had a cramp, but no need to speculate on my end, by no means.
First down for Wilburton. And they are going to pitch this one out. And in the backfield, nice defensive play that time by Austin Jackson.
Boy, what a defensive play that was. That's what you like to see out of your backfield.
Loss of 5 on the play. 2nd down.
Austin Jackson, another kid you see who gets into the middle of a lot of plays there on the outside edge.
A lot of talent on this Wampus Cat football team.
You know, that's the thing. Not a lot of size, but a lot of speed. You figure you'd be able to keep up with some of those. The thing that's gonna hurt throughout the course of the season is the size of the offensive and defensive line against some of those teams like Vian. We got a flag on the play, looking to go deep. It is intercepted, and I think this might be against the offense. And if it is, then Atoka will get the football at the 42. Or not the 42, the 38. Let's see here. It is holding. So the Wampus Cats will decline it and get the football back after the great turnover.
Zach Jim with an injury down on the field, and they're attempting to help him off.
Here's caught. And that was Zach Jim again. And so the Wampus Cats with 2:50 will get the ball with a first down and 10. And we'll pitch play. Hands to Ezekiel Brooks, picks up a couple of yards and is down for 2nd down.
Ezekiel Brooks, gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down.
Well, I was wrong about Nebraska. You know, being 7-0 heading into their big matchup. They lose last week against Illinois.
Yeah, had a tough loss at home against Illinois, but looking forward to tomorrow. They're going to go up to Indiana to face Purdue.
I got to watch that Oklahoma offense. Handoff, Richardson. And he cuts up, picks up some positive yardage, but it is not enough to move the chains. It'll be 3rd down and about, what is that, 3rd down and 8? 3rd down
yes,
and
sir.
3rd down and 6. Yeah, new offense, or what the new offense will look like with the new quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah, I did see where they had made a position change there at quarterback. Tough weekend last weekend for both Oklahoma teams, Oklahoma State and Oklahoma going down.
Yeah, but Oklahoma getting introduced to the SEC. They got Auburn this week, which has been moved from Auburn to OU, to Norman. Brooks hits the outside edge, bounces off one tackle, and then cuts upfield for extra yardage. And so he'll get past the first down chains at the 46, and now they are in Wilburton territory again.
Yeah, and on the pitch sweep there to Ezekiel, bouncing to the outside, trying to pick up that first down, which he does, but a name that has been all too familiar tonight, Wade McCall, coming up and giving him a little shove and helping get him across that first down marker. As they hand the ball off to Richardson on 1st and 10 as he picks up 5 yards.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down.
38 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Wampus Cats on top. We got 26 seconds remaining on the clock. Atoka might just try to run one more play and head into the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 4, 16 seconds remaining here in the third. I formation, far side of the field. Handoff, Brooks cuts up, passes one tackle, gets past the first down markers and up to the 35. They'll move the chains with 6.5 seconds remaining.
For another Wampus Cat. 1st down.
Brooks doing a really good job at that tailback spot tonight.
And that will be the end of the third quarter. Our score 21-6. The Wampus Cats on top. It is homecoming in Atoka. We'll be back on the Ion Sports Network in just a minute.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Fourth quarter here in Atoka as the Wampus Cats on top, 21-6. It's been a good defensive game for the Wampus Cats so far. They're looking to hold on here in the fourth quarter, burn some clock. This is the position that the Wampus Cats like to be in because of the style of offense that they play, and they felt that they could do that against Wilburton, and so far they've achieved that through 3 quarters.
Yeah, right here is you've got to shut them out. I mean, this is where everything starts to pay off, is right here in this fourth quarter.
Looking for their first win of the season. And they're at the magic number right now of 15. And that's what Atoka is up by. Looking to pass in the backfield. Peyton Pugh bounces off a tackle, moves upfield, gets past the original line of scrimmage, and picks up about 4 yards.
A good job by Peyton being rushed out of the pocket, not being able to see anything downfield, so he just tucks it and runs, takes off, and picks up good 5 yards there on first down.
Fourth quarter. Big games going on. I believe there's a big game tonight, isn't there? Miami, Virginia Tech.
I didn't get wind of that one.
I think that one is tonight. I have not looked at those scores just yet.
We got a big game going on right here in Atoka, Oklahoma.
Handoff, J.D. Bland. And he'll pick up some positive yardage. Will not move the chains yet, but it will be third down and short.
Gain of 4 on the play.
I'm just going to say it. I'm nicknaming him the bus.
The bus. Well, we are setting up for the next play. Yeah, Miami right now. A lot of people were picking Virginia Tech in this, even though Miami, they're undefeated and ranked number 7 in the nation. Virginia Tech unranked 2-2 on the year, but Virginia Tech has really come on in the last couple of games. They are leading right now in the third quarter, 27-17. So keep your eye on that game if you have a chance, as a good college football game going on here on Friday night. Got another good one here in Atoka. It's 10-11 remaining in the game, and Atoka is up 21-6, and we've got a timeout on the field called by the Wampus Cats, and we will take a break as well. Here on the Ion Sports Network, it is KHKC 1021 FM.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
From the very first moment I walked in the door, I was greeted with smiles, friendly faces, and when we walked back into the atmosphere in the dental area, everybody was very accomplished, experienced, happy with their work. I'm very happy with their work. They took extremely good care of me. Custom Dental is the place to go.
After the timeout, set up third down and 2, handoff up the middle for J.D. Bland. Well, technically, I guess he hits the B gap, and that should be enough for a first down, would it not be?
It is awfully close. I don't know if they're going to give it to him or not. And they're going to spot him short with 4th and inches.
Oh, man. Speaking of which, we got AmeriState man himself. Video presentation brought to you by AmeriState Bank, on the go and informed. That's banking with AmeriState Bank's mobile app, ASB Everywhere. Download for free on your iPhone or Android device. Mr. Hardison down there in the stands.
Yeah, good to see him
watching
this
the
evening.
game. He's taken over Tishomingo AmeriState here the last year or so, and has done a phenomenal job since they opened the new location. Handoff, J.D. Bland slips past a couple of tackles, gets past the first down marker, and a little extra more to gain as he gets up to about the 19.
Coach Cupp must be a mind reader, because I was really hoping that they were going to give the ball back to J.D. to try and get that 4th down. He got so close on that 3rd down attempt, brought up 4th and inches, and they turn right back around, give it to the bus. J.D. picks up the first down.
By the way, we're happy he's back in the game, because we didn't know if he was going to come back in after he hobbled off. Tough kid. And again, it's first down and 10. 8:49 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And looking to pass, rolling, and it's caught in the flats as tight end Wade McCall catches it. No gain on the play. The Wampus Cats will actually lose a yard on the play.
Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up second down.
You know, the pleasure that we have being in the booth is we're always right next to the coaches. Little office up top, and we get to hear them yelling and screaming.
Yeah, they're seeing something from up here that I am clearly not. So let's see if they can show me on the field.
I think he had a man a little bit farther down the field that was open instead of the dump-off play. But handoff to Brooks, who is tackled.
And off goes the number 10, Ezekiel Brooks.
And so third down. And a long passing situation here for the Wampus Cats. You wouldn't have said that 2 years ago. Third down and long, you wouldn't have said it was a passing situation because they never threw the ball.
They've got so many weapons on their receiving core right
I
now.
know, it's crazy.
I wouldn't be afraid to throw the ball
No,
all.
It's absolutely insane the difference we've seen. And they had a really good team.
Let those kids go up there and get the ball.
Team won 7 games. Looking to pass. And a nice little, what do you call that, a little skinny post and drops the football. Would have been a touchdown, but unfortunately J.D. LeFavors can't hold on. L.J. LeFavor.
There you go.
J.D. LeFavor.
Boy, he ain't going to let that one live you down.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. He is prone to catching those typically, and it was a great pass as well. As they're looking to set up again.
And they're going to attempt a field goal here.
Long field goal for 32. The kick is up. And the kick is good.
How about that?
It's good.
What a kick.
What a kick.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wilburton 6.
My goodness.
24.
Number 13, Luke Morris.
24-6 is the score. And we'll be back here in just a minute on the Ion Sports Network.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Ameris State Bank has been serving.
Looking to pass. And a nice little, what do you call that, a little skinny post to drop play. J.D. LeFavors can't hold 7 games. It's insane the difference we've seen. And they had a really good team.
Let those kids go up there and get the ball.
Team won 7 games.
That's where Wilburton
and it is 24-6. Trying to find that play once again. Maybe this is it. Let's take a look. Here's the kick. And we didn't get it in the video, but it was definitely good enough. Good play there. And Atoka on top, 24-6 here with 6:59 remaining in the backfield. The defense swarming as he is drugged down. Could have been worse, but just about a 1 yard to 2 yard loss for Floyd Clark in this Wilburton offense as Atoka's defense made their way into the backfield and chased him a good 20 yards before finally taking him down.
Yeah, he mishandled the snap and began essentially running for his life, if you will. And number 0, Austin Jackson, was coming in there screaming, looking for that big tackle for a huge loss, but just came up a little bit too fast.
6:15 remaining. Atoka right now on top. Looking good for their chances so far. 9:05 at night. It is defense coming in as Richardson got into the backfield and I think kind of broke that pass from being anywhere near accurate as
that's going to bring up third down.
They got hit hard in the back. Battle Brooks, that is a great name for a quarterback.
I agree.
Stick around for the post-game show as well. We're going to be getting out of here early tonight.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
This went pretty darn fast.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I might get some sleep tonight. 6 minutes on the clock. Shotgun. rolling out right, defensive pressure in the backfield, and it is a quarterback sack for the Wampus Cat defense. And it brings up 4th down and forever here for this Wilburton offense.
Austin is getting a little bit of redemption there.
Yep. You love the homecoming festivities, a lot of things going on in Atoka tomorrow, the alumni baseball game.
Yeah, are you going to participate in that?
I can. I'm actually doing the Oktoberfest in Durant, which is brought to you by Law Street and Durant Main Street, which I am a part of. And so I will be hosting the games tomorrow at Oktoberfest. And this is a long pass down the field. It is in and out of the intended wide receiver's hands. They were looking at Jason Wilkett down the field in double coverage, and Wade McCall happened to be back there along with a couple other Wampus Cats defenders. And a turnover on downs will give the Wampus Cats the football at about the, what is that, the 26, the 27?
Yeah, and I'm actually really surprised that Wilburton elected to try and convert on that 4th and long.
We talked about what I'm doing tomorrow. That's going to be a fun little time.
It is. Those are great people down there in Durant, and I know that they're really looking forward to tomorrow's festivities.
I get to unleash my inner party animal in a work kind of environment, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
5:09 remaining, 24-6 is the score.
Boy, Atoka going to have to hurry up. Play clock winding down, 3 seconds left.
Wampus Cats with the football and the lead. We've got a flag.
And they're going to elect to take the delay of game.
Delay of game against the Wampus Cats. That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Coach Cup down there on the sidelines, speaking with one of his young players.
Tell you what, big shout out to Steve Welch and the video department, the video class. They're doing a fantastic job. Again, no training. They're just learning as they go.
Well, for learning as they go, they're doing a great job.
Great job tonight. A little short-handed here on the video side this evening, but have done a tremendous job since we got started a couple of weeks ago. 2 wide receivers set to the right, tight end to the right as well. And Pugh is looking to pass left side into Ezekiel Brooks, who cuts up past the initial line of scrimmage and gains about 3 yards past the initial line of scrimmage. So they pick up 7 on it. And it's now 2nd down for the Wampus Cats.
Man, what a great play call there. So as the Wampus Cats
looking to change the play at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and there's a
flag.
false
start.
False start against the Wampus Cats.
He's coming up to change the play at the line of scrimmage, and Atoka got called for offsides.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it really looks as if they're trying a couple new plays on offense here, because that really does look not in the normal play calling scheme from what we've seen thus far this season.
Well, if you notice, when they started off the beginning of the game, they were kind of in a no huddle as well. That was kind of a new thing. Now they're moving things around, making some shifts.
I'm liking
trying to confuse the defense a little bit. Shotgun formation and a man in motion as they give it to Brooks, who is the man in motion, and now he's caught in the backfield, and a loss on the play will bring up 3rd down for the Wampus Cats.
So I'm just gonna kind of just throw darts in the air right now, but I think that they're trying some different offensive play calling from what I've just witnessed, and I'm liking it.
Well, I would like them to gain a little bit more on a play like that, but that's all right. We've got a timeout on the field, I believe. Both teams. No, that was a Wilburton timeout, so they've got 1 timeout remaining in this game. Listen, 4:04 remaining. Atoka's going to run away with this game tonight. 24 points is their season high. You kind of want to, complete the win with more points than you scored against Lindsay. But at the same time, you look at the defensive side of the ball, only allowing 6 points. The defense has played outstanding. They have swarmed to the football tonight, whether in the passing game or the running game. It hasn't been one-on-one tackles like we've seen in the last couple of weeks, so they've improved on a lot of things that they struggled in with the last couple of weeks, and so that's something that you got to look at and say going into the next week against their next opponent that you got to be happy for as Atoka goes on and plays, I believe, what is that, Morris next week? Yes, it is Morris. Shotgun, and it's a quarterback keeper as Peyton Pugh runs past the initial line of scrimmage and out of bounds at the painted numbers of the 20-yard line.
Pugh on the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, a lot of positive adjustments and corrections that we've seen here tonight. And I think that Coach Cup is going to be highly pleased with what he's seen from his football team.
Got another timeout. We'll take a look at that run one more time. If I can find it. I believe this one is in while we're at timeout. Post-game show, by the way, is going to be brought to you by Farmer Agent Lucinda Holland. And let's take a look at this play real quick. I believe it was a designed run. You can kind of see his eyes looking to the right side of the field. And decides to keep it, cuts up field. It'll be 4th down and about 8. Is that what they have it as? No, that can't be right.
4th and 4.
4th and 3 maybe. Wampus Cats coming back onto the field. You're kind of in a position right now where you can go for it. It's not going to hurt you too bad. And you're kind of in that position, too, where you kind of have to go for it.
Yeah, yeah. Run the ball. And the offense electing here to change some things up. And it is going to be a quarterback keeper, number 11, Zach Jim, with the carry. Going to bring the ball down to the Wampus Cat 2-yard line. Really enjoying that misdirection that I'm seeing out of this offense.
Wampus Cats.
Really liking that. So many good things that we've seen here this evening with the corrections that's been made, things that they've seen.
Everything from passing game, defensive schemes, special teams. They have excelled on all 3 levels, all 3 sides of the football, looking to knock one more in.
Once again, gain of 2.
Completed. They've been great on 4th down tonight. Another big step. They've been big on. They haven't really been big on 3rd downs, if you will, but the 4th down opportunities that they've had, they've done very well with. It's one of those offensive schemes where if you can get into 3rd down and short situations or 4th down and short situations, you're usually going to have a little bit more success.
Yeah, so 2nd and 1 right now, I guarantee you I know who I would call in on this play.
Yeah, you're going JD.
It's JD or Tegan Richardson. Both of those young men, I guarantee you.
Timeout on the field by the
but they're going to take a timeout and think about this one.
So we got a quick timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 2:17 remaining. Wampus Cats with the football on the Wilburton 2-yard line. This is an opportunity. I'm really caught in a predicament right now in regards to Player of the Week. I mean, if JD punches another one in, it's kind of tough not to give it to him. I was talking to Ricky just a second ago. He's saying give the kicker some love, which we have, just FYI.
Oh, the kicker's going to get some love.
Yeah, but when you talk about what he's done versus what JD does, God, it just makes it hard. We'll see what happens right here.
Well, let's not forget Wade McCall on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Luke Morris has definitely been very, very good today.
Zach Jim been pretty active this evening.
It looks like we're going to line up in a Wildcat formation. Nope. They're going to give it to Zach Jim, and he's in for the score. I like that scheme right there.
I thoroughly enjoyed what I just saw on that last offensive drive.
I was pretty sure that JD was going to get that football right there, and instead they give it to Zach Jim, who, by the way, is the backup quarterback.
Well, Zach Jim did a really good job on this last drive, coming up with several large rushing pickups. But to add to your conversation that you were having with one of our listeners this evening, our kicker, number 13, Luke Morris.
The kick is up. Snap is good, and the kick is good. We got a little bit of extracurricular activity, if you will, as we've got flags flying all over the field. The Wilburton defender. We got some unsportsmanlike conduct, like you hear the fans say. But our score, 31-6. 30-6. We'll be back in just a minute.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Welcome back into the Wampus Cat
seconds left in the fourth quarter is Wilburton 6,
Stadium, if you will.
31.
Score is 31-6. You stop looking at the scoreboard. The scoreboard says 30-6, but they have not corrected it.
They may not be able to change it. I'm not sure.
2:12 remaining in the fourth quarter of play, and Atoka running away with it. They are in great position right now. We've seen crazier things happen, but I think you're out of time right now if you're Wilburton. And this is a nice kick caught at the 1 yard line, as Wilburton will cut up the field to about the 20-yard line. Pass doesn't get dragged down.
He
and
fumbled
up
the ball.
To the 24.
He fumbled the ball on that, Mike.
Ball comes out on the kickoff.
But I believe it was recovered by Wilburton.
Yeah, number 60, Jose Martinez, falls on top of it, the sophomore. So Atoka will win their first district game, their first game of the season in their first district game.
Big, exciting night.
Big night, obviously, and now you'll be up there tied for first, if you will, in district standings to get the year started off in district play. You go on to play a Morris team who has a lot of talent, but they're kind of struggling, so you hope that you can get a big win in Morris. That's going to be our first true road game, if you will. I don't really count Colgate as a road game because it's 15 miles apart, and you have the entire Atoka, town at that game. So Morris will be your first true road test, I guess, if you will.
Up the middle for a gain of 4.
Pretty close up there to where I went to college in Okmulgee.
Second down. And an exciting announcement, too. The balls that you use to drop somebody in the dunk tank have just dropped to $1. You need to get down there if you want to put Miss Brooks in.
Are really going after that dunk tank right now.
Yeah, I believe they're trying to raise some money for something, but exciting to listen in on.
Oh, man. Morris playing Henrietta tonight, another very good team.
Handoff goes to the running back, bounced outside and across the 40-yard line.
Who was that running? Was that
Tristan Coben?
Yeah, you caught me looking at the scoreboard. I wasn't paying attention. My apologies.
I'm just taking a look at a couple of the district plays. It was number 6, by the way, Austin Brooks on the run. Wilburton has the ball at the 44-yard line. They have brought in their second team. Both teams technically on their second. We got more extracurricular activity down there. Some pushing and shoving going on with Garcia.
Yeah, there's some aggravation that's taking place.
It's the end of the game. Run the clock down, 33 seconds. 31-6 will be our final unless something crazy happens on this play. And it is a running play. Flags out on the field. Cuts up to about the 47-yard line.
Handoff goes to the running back.
On Atoka's side of the field.
Gain of 9 on the play, but there is a penalty flag on the play.
So we'll see where this penalty is coming from. It was in the vicinity of holding, but they're going to call it a substitution infraction against the Wampus Cats. I haven't even checked to see how far Morris is. Have you checked to see how far Morris is?
I know drive time Morris is probably about an hour and 45.
That's not too bad.
Maybe an hour and a half. It's up there by Okmulgee, I believe.
Yeah.
Someone please correct me if I'm wrong.
Handoff. 10 seconds remaining. That's about an hour 30. You're right, hour 31.
Seeing a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct taking place here late in the game, but
I'm kind of in a dilemma right now in regards to player of the game. We'll talk about that coming up here in just a second, but 7.5 seconds remaining on the clock here at Atoka, 31-6 against Wilburton. And again, it's a big district win, home game, homecoming, big weekend in Atoka. A lot of things taking place. We'll talk about some of the things that are going on tomorrow for homecoming when we get done after the break.
Personal foul against Wilburton.
And it was a personal foul against Wilburton.
To the 47-yard line.
Let's see if I can find where my email was. There it is. For our Saturday lineup, a lot of things going on tomorrow. And downed.
And the tackle is made by number 5, Javen Keaton.
Javen Keaton on the tackle, and that will end things. We got more penalties on the play. Boy, I tell you what, all the penalties started flying here in the last 2 minutes. So the hospitality room opens up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pick up tickets and schedules, visit old friends, or just hang out. Then from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. there's the alumni breakfast downtown. First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall, Delaware. There will be a full, delicious hot breakfast, just like Mama used to make, with some diabetic choices in there as well. They had to throw that one in. 9 a.m. golf tournament at Atoka Trails. From 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. is Wampus Crafts. Homecoming Crafts Fair continue all day. Live entertainment at the downtown plaza. Noon, the Old Timers baseball game, which will be exciting.
Yeah, that's going to be
I'm not
fun to
be
watch.
Able to be there. Hospitality room closes at 3 p.m. tomorrow. 6 p.m. The doors open to the cafetorium at the high school complex, Grape House Drive. And then 6:30, the alumni banquet, catered dinner, special recognition, entertainment, and the Atoka Alumni Hall of Fame induction. And, of course, the after party at the venue of your choice following the alumni banquet. Plenty of nightlife stuff to do in Atoka now compared to years past.
Yes.
All of that taking place tomorrow for the homecoming weekend. We're excited about it. We'll talk a little bit more about the game in general coming up after the break, but Atoka goes on to win their first game of the season and their district opener against Wilburton here on the Ion Sports Network and KHKC 102.1 FM. We'll be back in just a moment.
I come to Dr. Hookham because he was highly recommended. I had dentures ever since I've been 20 years old, so I've had them for 50 years. And out of the 50 years, I had to use all the dental cream and tooth goo, and it's terrible. They got the implants where they snap in and out, and I cannot tell you how proud I am of them. And he is great. It's worth the trip to Atoka just to have him work on you.
Let Dr. Holcomb change your life forever. Visit atokadentist.com.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Logan & Sons in Atoka has the outdoor equipment from top brands to make your outdoor work or play a cinch. Still, Exmark, Hustler, Spartan, Intimidator UTVs, and Envy neighborhood vehicles are in stock and ready for you. Stop by today at 853 South Mississippi or call 580-889-3329. Logan & Sons, proudly supporting all our local athletes.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome back again to the Wampus Cat Sports Network on the Ion Sports Network. Oh my gosh, man, we're kicking it here in the booth right now, having a good time. It's always good to see a win from the Wampus Cats. It's even better to see it on homecoming, and especially your first game in districts. The Wampus Cats win 31-6, and your post-game show again is brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. Lucinda Holland is a farmer's agent serving our community. She is always just a phone call away at 580-889-3347. The big question is player of the game. We'll get to that here in a few minutes. Turn that down for just a second.
Be safe on your way home. God bless. And we'll see you next time under the Friday Night Lights.
Bray right there just killing it on the PA.
Fantastic job.
Fantastic job by Bray for sure. By the way, a fantastic job to the video crew tonight. All the help Steve Welch and the Atoka High School has done over the course of these home games that they will continue to do through the course of the season. We love nothing more than being able to work with Atoka Public Schools on this broadcast. It not only makes my life a lot easier and Steve's life a lot more stressful, but it also shows that, you know, there is a lot of Atoka kids with talent, especially maybe looking into the broadcasting business later down the road. So good job to them. And Atoka pulls out a big win tonight, again, 31-6. What was something that you saw tonight that you haven't seen from the Wampus Cats in the previous 3 games?
They came out in the second half, and the conversations that took place during halftime showed results on the field is what stood out to me the most. You know, they came out there in the third quarter with a scoring drive on offense. The protection on the offensive line looked to improve. There's just so many positive things that took place here this evening. Really exciting to be here and witness and watch. And what a better night to make this happen for your first district win,
right?
But also your team win here tonight at homecoming. So congratulations to the Wampus Cats, their athletic department, and the cheerleaders, the band. Very, very, very good stuff.
Morris right now getting throttled by Henrietta. It shows the third quarter at the current moment. I'm sure that game's probably already ended. They just haven't updated the score. But Henrietta 40-0 against them. We talked about that Valiant Antlers score. Valiant defeated Antlers 49-12. Davis a big win after coming into. Talk about Davis, man. Are they 0-3 on the year?
No way.
Yeah, I mean it's just. It's crazy to see that, but you know, looking at some of the other games in the district, Vian, a final of 64-6 against Spiro. You know, the Wilburton game here in Atoka, that was big. Colgate, the final on that one is 42-12 as Holdenville goes on to defeat Colgate this week, and some big games in 2A2, if you will. Of course, 2A2 and 2A has been split into 2 districts, 2A1 and 2A2. And so you're not seeing the exact same district lineups. You don't have to play Eufaula anymore, which if you're a Wampus guy, you're happy about that because Eufaula has been so good and basically ran the district, I don't know, the last 7-8 years. So you don't have to see them anymore. But now you get Vian instead. They're the number 1 team in 3A or 2A, and you're sitting here thinking like, man, you know, we had it good with Eufaula, but the district down a little bit this year. We thought the district alignment was going to be a little bit tougher this season, which there's still plenty of games to be played, but you got to be happy sitting there tied for first coming into the first week of district play.
Yeah, you bet. A lot of exciting things to look forward to, and I know that we're going to be looking forward to visiting Morris next week to improve upon in our district play to 2-0, hopefully. But right now we're going to sit and enjoy this win that was well-deserved this evening against the Wilburton Diggers, and we appreciate their fans making the long drive down here to cheer their school and, you know, support their team. Mm-hmm. And just a really exciting night.
Big shout out to Wilburton Schools once again. You know, for supplying all the necessities for the broadcast today in regards to rosters and information leading up into the game. So shout out to them. They've always been kind and nice. Atoka wins 31-6. They're 1-0 in district play. They've got Morris next week, a team that is struggling, and they struggle on the offensive side of the ball as well. So you go into this game thinking you can get another win and start the season off 2-0 in regards to district play.
Yeah, that's what I would have my eyes set for right now, is to just have a real good, strong, solid film session and try and pick out their weaknesses and try and go up there next week and target in on those weaknesses and try and make something happen.
I've got literally a minute and a half to think about who the star of the game is. So we'll get to that next. We'll take a break, but your post-game show is brought to you by Farmer Agent Lucinda Holland. If you're looking for an insurance agent who can help you understand your options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3347. We'll be back. The Wampus Cats win at home 31-6.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance Agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
and that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 West Side Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. We're live now, too. We literally just made up our mind. I think it's pretty obvious. JD had such a great game tonight, coming back from injury, which, by the way, our star of the game is brought to you by Ameristate Bank as well. On the go and informed. That's banking with Ameristate Bank's mobile app. ASB everywhere. Download for free or on your iPhone or your Android device. I love you, JD. I absolutely love you. But I'm not going to give it to you tonight, okay? Great game. You're very deserving of it. But I got to give it to Luke Morris. I mean, he perfect on the night. What was he, 5 for 5? And he had 5 for 5 on his kicks. And he had that 32-yard kick, too, that put Atoka up 24-6 at that moment. And, yeah, you got to give it to him.
It's just unbelievable. But there's so much credit to give tonight. It's super hard to target in on one individual. I really feel that this was a major team win. The decision of the player of the game was extremely difficult, very, very difficult. But my man kicked like a 32-yard field goal. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, he was pretty good. So that is your star of the game, brought to you by Ameristate Bank. And there was a lot of players that could have got. I mean, you think about defensively, you could have given it back to Wade for his amazing night tonight. Wade McCall, he is fantastic anytime a defender or an opponent is running the football, for sure. We haven't seen a lot in the passing game over the season just because of the simple fact they've been throwing it away from him. So that just tells you the impact he has defensively. And the defensive line. I thought the defensive line tonight as a whole played fantastic as well.
Yeah, it's a team win. I mean, this is a team effort. I mean, I can go on and on. Zach Jim, Wade McCall, J.D. Bland. The list just keeps continuing to grow. These young men are doing phenomenal things out there on the football field, and their hard work is paying off. And what better night for it to pay off than homecoming in Atoka?
Got a little bit of some college football tomorrow night. Who do you got winning, Oklahoma or Auburn? The game has been moved from Auburn because of the storms to Norman. Who you got?
I'm going to take Oklahoma. Even if they were going to play in Auburn, I still think Oklahoma still has what it takes to edge out Auburn.
Pretty good defensively. What about that Oklahoma State game?
Who's Oklahoma State playing?
Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see here.
That's my bad. I've been so out of tune this week. This week has been insane.
Let's see here. Let's pull it up. I had all these games. Kansas State, I believe, but let me check one more time. I know it's an 11 a.m. kickoff. Yes, it is Kansas State. Who do you got in that matchup?
Where's the rankings? Is anybody ranked?
Well, Kansas State, I think they're 23rd, and then Oklahoma State dropped, so I think they're 20. So 20 and 23.
I'm still taking Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State can edge them out.
I think so too. I think Oklahoma State wins that game. Virginia Tech right now winning 34-24 against number 7 Miami.
That's a big one. That's going to shake everything up come Sunday morning.
And boy, is Washington missing their old coach. They're down to Rutgers right now, 14-10. Mississippi, Ole Miss takes on the University of Kentucky tomorrow.
That'll be a good ball game.
That should be a good game. I've got Ole Miss in that one. Michigan versus Minnesota. Michigan's going to probably take that one away. And then the other SEC big matchup is Texas A&M and Arkansas. So we'll see how that one plays off as well.
Another good game.
That's a good one. The best game of the night, though, I mean, if you think about it, is number 2 Georgia versus number 4 Alabama. That's going to be a big one.
That's going to be a slugfest.
Hey, you know who I got in that game?
Let's hear it.
Alabama, baby.
Alabama.
That'll do it for Michael Gabbard and Kalen Nagorski on tonight's broadcast. We'll see you next week at Morris. The Wampus Cats win at homecoming by a score of 31-6 against Wilburton. And till next time, we say peace out, y'all, and so long. Wampus Cats win at home.